Hello, everybody. Looks like the sound's on. Looks like we're good to go. I hope we're good to go. I've got so many spinning plates right here. We're here. We're ready. Tale of Many Warhipsters. Season 2, Episode 1. We've got a lot to get through tonight, and I'm really excited. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Captain Mannings, Yamail, Angmar, Dambuster UK, Ian T, Vilka Era, Jordan, Ryan Willis, Colonel, there he is, Mike Seaton, Biltong Boob, Philip. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are here, we are live. Please do leave a like on the stream, and if you are feeling super generous, do consider becoming a member. I've kind of sorted it out now, you know, we want to hit that 400 again. Although I've kept the member goals as 500. So yes, I hope you're excited, guys. I am joined tonight, and I'm going to undeafen them now. They should be undeafened right now, so they should be able to hear me. And we are going to swap to the screen. I am joined tonight by both the riches. Hang on a minute. There's a thing there that shouldn't be there. There we go. Guys, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Excellent. Mr. Gwatkin, my thing has gone a bit funny, so I just need to edit you a little bit. There we go. Everything's gone a bit funny here, because life, technical difficulties. It wouldn't be Tale of Many Warhipsters without technical difficulties. Am I right? There we go.
You're left.
Everyone should be able to see you now. Yes, I am joined by Reza Prime. Mr. Richard Smith makes his long-awaited return. The busiest man this side
Finally
of
got him back.
the world. And I'm joined by Mr. Gwatkin. Say hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing? Are you excited?
Very. It's good to
I'm
be
very
back.
excited.
I'm super pumped for this because there is so much to get through. So much to get through. Everyone's been super busy. Everybody's been super productive, except Reza.
The fact I'm here is my effort, which sounds really bad. I've literally just been doing everything else other than being able to paint, really.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. It's not always easy to find the time, you know. But you're about to get inspired, my friend.
That's what I'm hoping.
Because there's so much cool hobby here. I can't wait to show you. Everybody, you've seen what you've painted. It is now time to see what everybody else has painted. Are you ready to jump in? Because we're just going to go straight into it. Because there is about 65 entries. I just need to turn the light on, otherwise I'm going to squint. About 65 entries from 65 individuals. Some people have done more than one. So,
Oh wow, okay.
yeah. Tale of Many Warhipsters is very popular. Who'd have known? Right. 45,002 subs now, Christopher. I don't know why I called you Christopher. Anyway, let's get into it. Tale of Many Warhipsters, Season 2, Episode 1. It's great to be back. Adam is not here because he selfishly got married. So he's in Canada on his honeymoon. For those of you who follow him on Instagram, you'll have seen that he dressed up as a red coat and fired a musket off a cliff. So,
That was the coolest thing ever. I lost my mind when I saw that.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. Right,
Have to be
let's
careful,
get into
otherwise
it.
he'll start doing historicals.
Yeah.
Alice, can I be the first to say Sue?
Sue!
Yes, you can. Right, here we go. Tale of Many Warhipsters, Season 2, Episode 1, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey! As always, for those of you who don't know, we start this off by berating me. So we get my thing out of the way. We don't wait till the end for me. We just do my thing first. So, some of you have already seen this video go live. The first entry from myself is, of course, an Achilles Dreadnought. So I've already failed the criteria because this isn't a character.
Can you make it a character?
What are you doing?
You can't make it a character, no.
It could have been a character that died and went into a dreadnought. I've got your back, Josh. Don't worry.
Cheers, bro. I'll try and win my own prize. Don't worry, we will do the prize later on. There's a bit of a wonky system that I've got for it, but don't worry, it is going to happen. Yes, so there we go. First thing from me is an Achilles Dreadnought. The tutorial for this is already out there, so if you want to paint along, you can. You can just copy my one or paint it yourself in your own colours. The next entry from myself is a Vampire Lord, as promised.
So cool.
I love this model.
I do love. It's such a great model.
It's so pretty, right? Like, it's just like, it's like everything that I hoped it would be and more.
Even the armor just screams bat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very much so. It's got all the pointy bits in the right places.
Exactly.
Yes.
Although weirdly, you can't really see its fangs.
The armor has fangs.
The armor does have fangs. That's true. My third. Oh, and I should also point out that the video for this one is also live. So if you want to paint along with that, you can. My third entry, because I didn't get my fourth one done because of time. My third entry this month is the Witch King of Angmar.
Very cool. I love this new sculpt as well that they've done for him. It's just so cool.
Do you guys like it?
Yeah, it's sick. Even like you've got the sword spot on. It looks like the sword from the movies. The way it's like, you know, I don't know the phrase bitty, but it's like, I don't know how to describe it. You know, you can see.
Yeah, it's kind of like slightly weathered down.
Yeah, weathered
like
down. That's
like
the phrase, not
brand
bitty.
new.
It's been a while.
It's got the kind of that texture on it.
Yeah, like, you know, it's like dark magic.
It's cool. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I haven't put the video for this one out yet. I will put the video for this one out soon. I just haven't done so because of time. Again, but also I was thinking I might do the old have the what's it called, the do the whole battle host, because I did the other two, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, this from the Mordor one, right?
Yes, it's Mordor, the Mordor battle host. I keep looking at the stream preview and you guys keep disappearing. You should now not disappear anymore. I've just been playing around with my screen.
It is nice to not disappear. I always like it when that happens.
So yeah, the accident. Again, technical difficulties, guys. I'm doing everything on one screen, so I've got lots of windows open.
You're getting a lot of love for your horse, Josh.
I'm getting a lot of love for my horse. Thank you for the love for my horse.
I think it's the model, not you.
Well, yeah. I'm not a horse.
No.
But yeah, there we go. That's me. We just go through me really quickly, right, guys?
You can set the bar.
We'll be getting the video on how to paint the torments. Yes, you will eventually, but not yet. I haven't done them yet. I will. I don't set the bar. Thank you very much. You guys set the bar.
That's true.
That's your job to do. So, are you ready to look at the first entry that isn't me?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
I shouldn't be so excited. Sorry.
So, you'll be pleased to hear, Mr. Gwatkin, that you're up first. You're going to explain what it is you've done. So, first one from Mr. Gwatkin. Loving the chat from Mr. Gwatkin. Here he is. We have this. This is a Sorcerer. Is that right?
Yes. This is a Chaos Space Marine Sorcerer for my Alpha Legion, who I'm starting to paint up and will be painting up over the course of the year. It's this scheme I've had for a little while, but now I'm sort of starting to expand it. I've done a couple of characters this month. Didn't quite get to the Master of Possession, which may come at a later point. But yeah, this is the Sorcerer. It does not have a name yet, but maybe we'll get one soon. Who knows?
So the chat's gonna have to name him for you.
I mean, I'm open to that.
Chat,
if they come up with a good enough name.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, that's pretty good.
It's like it needs more apostrophes. I find fantasy names always need apostrophes.
Maya.
I like it. I like it. I really like this blue. How did you do the blue?
I think that's Sotek. I can't remember if they call it Sotek green or blue. It's one of the two, and it doesn't actually look like what's supposed to. And then I highlight it up. But then after I highlight it, I do a Waywatcher green glaze on like the bottom half of each armor, which will then cover over the highlight, and you get that kind of transition even on the highlights as well. Can't quite see it as much on this model, but it is there on some of the other ones, test models that I've done. So you'll be able to see that when I do other models. But you kind of get that kind of a bit of a color transition. I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm laughing at Vicious Goose, who said called it John Cena. What I actually really like is he does it like he's shouting. Like I can see the teeth and everything. His face is like really emotive. He's done a really good job on that.
Yeah,
it is.
No, I like it a lot, man. Your next entry is an old familiar favourite of mine. Not that I've seen your version of it. It's the Chaos Lord from Blackstone Fortress.
Everyone's got to have a Chaos Lord, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'll have some bigger leaders later on in the year, but for now, you have to start with at least a Chaos Lord.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. He's a great place to start. I love this guy because he's the only one with a Thunderhammer, right?
Yeah, which I think now all Chaos Lords, I think,
really
used to always have to have Thunderhammers. Now I think they get more weapon options. I can't remember. But I mean, you want the Thunderhammer because it's just cool.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's so cool.
And again, that's the same blue recipe.
Yeah, same blue recipe.
Yeah.
And then I've gone with like the purple pinkish for the sort of all the tendril things come and coils around him, because that's the color that I tend to go for sort of more mutated stuff. So any time when there's like demonic bits on someone, I'll use that sort of color.
No, what purple is it? Is it Genestealer purple?
I cannot remember off the top of my head. I've got like a trio of purples that I use from like dark, medium to light.
Yeah.
It's probably Genestealer purple, but I can double check for you.
No, I like it a lot. Because often like blue and purple is like a really hard scheme to get right, but you've gone like, if you think of them on a sliding scale, you've gone either side of the scale to the right amount so much that they contrast with each other. So it's great color choice.
Cheers.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Rich, anything to add?
It's really cool. I love the weapon in particular. Like with the grip is really well done, and the highlighting on the hammer really brings out the kind of that. It's like almost like an artifact. It looks really cool.
Yeah. No, 100% agree. No, great job, buddy. Well done. And because you did 2 characters, you are in the running for the lottery.
Woo.
So, let's move on, shall we, to another host who's not here, Adam. So feel free to be as mean as you like. The first of our Leviathan Terminator captains that we have tonight. We have quite a few Leviathan Terminator captains. And it is
I wonder why that is.
It's a real treat. But this is Adam's. I can't remember what they're called.
Something angels, aren't they?
The Palatine
if he was
Angels.
Here, he would be able to
Palatine
tell us.
Angels. There you go. Yeah.
There you go. Thank you for reminding me. So this is his purple and red scheme. And bless him, he was going really fast to get these done before he flew out for his wedding. Like I was getting hourly updates. It's like, I'm nearly done. Don't worry, I'm not going to forget. I'm not going to lose it. There we go. He managed to get it in, which is really cool. And he's gone for his own Tyrannid.
Yeah, I like
I was
that.
going to say, he's killing his own Tyranids, not like picking on someone else's Hive Fleet.
Yeah, which is nice. It's not vindictive at all.
No, I always do it to pick on one of your friends' armies.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the done thing.
Yeah.
But here he is. He's a Leviathan captain, and I really like the heraldry that he's gone for, and both the both the tilting plates. Just nice and simple.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
And it's really nice. His other entry, and we'll go through him quickly. So
he's not taking the time to be here, so
Exactly. He's not taking the time out of his busy schedule to be here. So we have Lotan, the Warden of the Soul Ledgers. I believe is the full name of it.
Otherwise known as Mr. Octopus Man.
Yes, Mr. Octopus Man, indeed.
Has he done Resin Water?
He has. So he's
that's flexing, Adam.
That base isn't standard. That's something custom.
Well, and this is the thing, right? Is he was, like I said, I was getting all these hourly updates on the captain, getting that in. I got nothing about Warden of the Soul Ledgers over here. He was just like, yeah, he's done. It was like, okay, cool.
sneaky with resin water and everything.
Yeah, that's cheeky.
Yeah, which is very, very cool. But he's done a really good job on it, and I like the shell as well, in the water.
Yeah, I love how he's got the different tones of blue in the cloak as well. It makes it really pop around the edges.
It looks wet, doesn't it? Like in a good way.
But yeah. It's like that kind of
every
sort of satin sort of shiny gloss that sort of contrast can have sometimes. Actually, really works for this model.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does. Just for you guys at home who haven't done this before, you'll know. Those of you who have been here before will know that Rich, Mr. Reza Prime, has a tendency to swear. As his instinct, and I told him he can't swear in the first 10 minutes, otherwise I'll get demonetized. But we often had a rule, didn't we, that you're not allowed to swear until after 9.
Yeah, but you'd really dangling the carrot sometimes. Yeah, hard. But no, Adam, this model is amazing. I love the octopus, and I'm actually annoyed he's done the resin base because the water looks so good.
Oh yeah,
I'm jealous.
Yeah. But does he realize that he now has to do this resin base on the entire
every model?
Every model has to have this.
Yeah.
I'll remind him of that next time I speak to him.
Yeah, no slacking. We expect resin bases and everything.
Yes, exactly. So I was going to put in a blank slide here for you, Rez. But I think
I'll catch up.
Mean. But you will catch up, won't you? You've promised me you will.
Yeah, August is quite busy as well, though.
What were you planning on doing? You were planning on doing Seraphon, right?
I'm planning to do Seraphon, so I need to. I have the model. I just haven't opened it to build it or paint it, just because I've not really been home more than 2 days in a row, really, the last month and a bit.
Yeah.
So
well,
it's kind of hard to paint.
Fine. It just means that you're disqualified from me possibly buying you a miniature this month.
That's right. It would feel weird if you bought me a miniature in a competition. Well, not competition, like a thing that we're doing together. Yeah,
I have given the 3 of you an entry number, but if I draw the 3 of you over and over again, I might just redraw it. Anyway.
Rigged, I tell you. Rigged.
Yeah, rigged, exactly.
Exactly. Right. Are you ready? Because we've now got... So what I've done, for those of you at home, is we've got everybody who went through the form. They're going after everybody who emailed me. And the people who emailed me are the stalwarts who were here throughout all of Season 1. So our first entry is from your friend of mine, Mr. Grim Harkness. Chris, he's in the chat, I think. I hope still. With a Leviathan Terminator Librarian painted in the 3rd Company of the Dark Angels, if I've got that right off the top of my head. I do have a big thing of notes, but I literally don't have enough space on my screen to look at them all at the time. But here we have the first of a couple of Terminator Librarians. Guys, what do you think?
Such a cool model. First of all, I love that blue. It really, really stands out. And I'm not sure if that's a transfer or not on the Dark Angel shoulder pad, but that seems really crisp and clean as well. All the glow effects as well, and all the sort of detail work he's done in the armor just makes it really, all the colors sort of really pop and stand out. Really love the work.
Yeah, and the metallics on that axe are so smooth as well. It looks really clean. It's sharp. sharpened to the edge. Like it'll carve up a pyramid head in no problem. It's really good.
That axe is going to cut you for sure.
He said painting this miniature reminded him why he doesn't like painting faces, and also why he prefers to use things like oil washes and what do you call it? Like grim. What's it called? Like streaking grime and stuff like that.
Streaking grime, okay.
But when he showed me this miniature before in the kind of the work in progress stage, I was like, dude, this is really good. You don't have to use oil washes and everything. Like, and he was saying to me last night that because when he first showed me a picture of it, it was on the primed blue base, and he thought it was lost in it. And then he said that he put it on this base, and it really made it come to life, and it absolutely has. The crisp white and the sort of blue ice underneath that, next to the kind of aquamarine blue, I think is right color, just absolutely pops on this guy. It looks amazing, buddy.
Yeah, like a lot of the colors are really sort of bright and clear, and it feels like it's like a very sort of like sunny day, and the sun's reflecting off the snow and sort of bouncing up around, like rather than like a very like grim dark style that some people go for. I think the base is actually a really smart choice for the rest of the color choices that's being made.
Yeah, no, 100%. Really, really impressed with this one. I think it's great. I can't wait to see the rest of his Dark Angels as well. He's got like that hobby. He's got a proper like hobby passion for it at the moment. When Chris gets his mojo going, it's really exciting. Like, he was the one that did that entire. For those of you at home, he was the one that did the entire Ossiarch Bone Reapers army in like a month. And we all just sat going over pictures and pictures and pictures. But yeah,
that's competing with you and Adam, like, you know, numbers.
Oh yeah. No one can compete with Adam's numbers. Right.
I think you definitely can.
No, he paints more than I do. Because I have to film. If I didn't have to film, you'd have to watch out.
There's it. That's it.
Yes. Right. Next up, we have another long-time servant of the of Tale of Many Warhipsters. We have Mr. Dave Hall with a Lord Castellan and Griffhound for his Flaming Brotherhood. The name I can't remember. I've got it in the notes. Can't find the notes.
That Griffhound looks so good. The pattern on it is sick.
It's
right?
Stunning. Yeah.
Right.
And then the way like it goes into his paw. Sorry, I've got full London. It's sick. But yeah, the way that like kind of it transitions into the paw, and it's like a lighter shade into that. Was it talons? Do they have talons? I presume. That's really good.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
I love this miniature. I've always loved this miniature, and I love that it has a goodest boy.
Very, very
a goodest boy.
I love it so much.
We need to know if it has a name.
There's one in the books called Talon, who's the goodest boy that follows around Lord Castellan, Loras Grimm. But we won't talk about that too much because I'll get sad. He's also given me a picture of the back. So for those in the chat that are saying that they love the purple, here is a full-on picture of that purple.
The purple works so well with that gold as well.
Yeah.
It's such a good combination. It's very like sort of regal sort of purple with the offset by the gold,
very
and
vibrant.
You see more of those even more of those stripes, and you can see these highlighted on either side of them as well. It's just nuts.
Oh yeah, showing off now. That's really good. And I love the base on like the paving as well. It's really brought out. Really,
is that like
really...
a green stuff roller or something? I'm assuming.
I think he was saying that it was a green stuff roller in Discord. If he's in the chat, let us know.
I've been
some of my
scouting.
favorite bases have actually been using that technique that I've seen. It's when it's done right, it looks so good, and this looks so good.
It does, doesn't it? It's excellent work. He's got some more for us. He's got some endless spells that when I showed Alice earlier, she got really annoyed. So
yeah.
Here we have, I think one of them is called the Gravetide, and the other one is something. Can't remember. Hang on.
Dave is saying it is a green stuff roller. Just to let you know why you're looking
there
for
it
it.
is. There's Dave. Dave in the chat. Hero in the chat. So this is a suffocating gravetide and a malevolent maelstrom.
Nice.
Epic names, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Well, the first of all, like the purple and that sort of like palish green, which looks so ghostly, just offsets each other so nicely. But my favorite is definitely, is it the Gravetide or whatever it is in the middle?
Yeah.
He's made it look like it's actually coming out of the ground, and then that color transition into the sort of lighter grey and then into the skulls at the beginning. It works so well.
Yeah, you can imagine it almost trying like it's gonna envelop you.
Yeah, like he's made it so convincing, like the narrative of it coming out of the ground, that you absolutely believe it, and you can even see the stone pavement sort of like breaking up in the back.
It's great.
So good.
It's great. I love it. I love it very much. Can you share, if you want, Dave, the recipe for the Gravetide? Because I really like it and I might nick it.
Yeah, Alice isn't happy
excellent.
in the chat. How dare you, David? They're so good.
Sorry, Al. Dave, hero, thank you very much. Next up, we have a newcomer to A Tale of Many Warhipsters, but who also sent me an email. We have Mr. Paul. Hello.
Hello. Oh, love this already.
Of course you would.
Yeah. So Paul has done some Astra Militarum for us. He did tell me what the name of them is. Paul, if you're here, please let us know the name. But what we have is a command squad and I guess a commander. Unless that's the Castellan kit. I don't think it is. Oh, it is the Castellan maybe. But yes, behold, the first Astra Militarum, and there is more.
Ooh. I love the flag. The flag is so good.
It is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazingly done, and the scheme fits so perfectly as like a whole.
Such a great color scheme.
Yeah. They gave me like a I don't even know what the nighttime trench kind of fighting vibes.
I had echoes of old Mordia.
Mm.
Do you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like the cap, like on the commander or whatever he is kind of that sort of Mordian vibe.
Yeah, like when I saw the flag's really impressive. And I was like, oh, is this a Mordian based thing? Because I love the Mordian Iron Guard.
Yeah,
I also
cool.
was it the 8th edition rule set where if they're all in base to base contact they get +1 to something or other? I can't remember. I don't think they had.
Yeah, there was something along those lines. Yeah,
I was just always like that. I'm a big fan of. Go on.
I was just going to say the Mordians always leaned into the comical a little bit with the sort of shoulder pads that they had, because they were very sort of dress sort of shoulder pads rather than sort of combat ones.
Yeah.
Here you see the difference with the sort of Cadian shoulder pads. They look like they're ready for battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm a
and
big
the
fan.
pose on the commander is like, come at me.
Yeah. No. So I think we were about to go to the same thing. I'm a big fan of models at rest. Everybody knows this. I just like models that aren't, leaping into battle. I just like ones that are standing and surveying. So the posing is spot on.
He's like, I got this, boys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you could definitely see this guy above a trench, just looking out over the fields,
peering,
waiting for whatever to come.
Yes, it's good stuff. Love it, Paul. Thank you very much for submitting. We are flying through, guys, but there's still 60 more to go.
We've got a long way to go yet.
So, next up, is the flag all hand painted, or does the mini come like that? The flag is just amazing, so clear, and goes around the waves in it perfectly. So the detail on it is sculpted, I believe, and you should know I've painted one of these.
Yeah, it is. It's sculpted, but it's hard to paint, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not for you and your freak bendy brush hands, but for mere mortals like ourselves, it's quite difficult to paint. So he's done an incredible job.
But getting those transfers, the thing that makes it is getting the transfers into the bend, because it is hard to do that. It is really difficult, and you've absolutely nailed it. It's and on the
I
shoulders.
still avoid transfers where I can.
I always avoid it like the plague, as you know from watching my videos.
Yeah, you don't like it. You don't like doing the transfers bit, do you?
No, I don't. I can't.
I will say, one army, if I was ever to collect guard, I would 100% do transfers, because transfers absolutely make like guardsmen pop. Like all the numbers on the shoulders, all the numbers on like the tanks and the little names. It really makes such a massive difference.
Yeah,
so kudos for doing
annoyingly it does.
transfers.
It's so much effort because there's so many of them.
Fine, I'll do the transfers on my guard. Jesus. Right. Next up, I'm going to read what he sent me. I've got it in the notes, right? Because this is from the man who used to love making us trip up over his words. And he starts his email off with, "I was there the day Warhipster told his first tale." He was. And he's back. Guys, it's Chewie. He is back.
Oh, I'm excited.
Hey, here we go.
He's only painted... Sorry, I'll read what he said. My goal with the first season of Tale was to build a custom Space Marine chapter and get more experience and confidence with my airbrush, and I certainly achieved all that. I've only painted one Knights of Maha model, see? You don't forget it, since the last Tale ended, and thought I'd share it with you first. I was challenged to paint something that included water effects, our second water effects thing, and this is what I came up with. His name is Bob. I've got ideas for the other two, but for now, on to my submission for this month, which I'll get to in just a second. But behold, Bob the Outrider.
Well, Bob is brilliant.
Bob is great. It's like, as the water as well, it's not just static water, it actually looks like it's like undulating and moving along the bank, and then he's actually put like a like that sort of like muddy bank before it gets to the grass as well.
Yeah, he's really thought about it. It's done really well. I need someone to teach me how to do this water stuff, because I'm really jealous right now. It's amazing.
Essence always a bit of a pain to deal with from what I've heard,
and it's like so perfect around the base
to teach me as well.
I've seen some people do some like splashing water with droplets coming up on like really thin wire, and it's just like, who has the
what
time?
happened with who won that? Was it not the golden demon with the giant dragon thing?
Yeah, eating like Kraken Eater, whatever it was.
Yes.
I mean, that's risen on a completely different level. Even advanced people would think that's nuts.
Funnily enough, he's our next submission. No, he's not.
True, that's brilliant. I love the Knights of Maha.
Such a cool scheme as well.
I believe Rich is like frozen and gone into a different dimension. What's happened?
Rich.
I don't know. I've butchered it now, but yeah.
Are you alive, Rich?
I am alive. If
and again,
you're talking about me, because the other Rich.
Yeah, Mr. Prime.
Which we're both here.
Yeah.
No, I'm here.
It all went funny. You turned into a robot.
Oh, I apologise.
It's okay. Now that you're back, you can
Machine spirit.
You can see Chewie's actual submission for this month. Azek Arrowman.
Oh wow!
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that he said he was playing around with the airbrush for this one.
Yes. And so he says, the confidence I gained with the airbrush is what I needed to start my Thousand Suns army, and for this first entry to try something a bit fancier. So I give you the Lord of Dust, Keeper of the Holy Dyson, and Solver of the Mystical Rubik's Cube, Mr. Azek Arrowman. I've done a bit of OSL before, but this is the first time I've done something so drastic on a core model. I started my Thousand Suns not long after the last Tale ended, and here's what I have completed so far, along with the newly finished Arrowman, which I will show you in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I have plenty more to add over the coming months as I build up to 2,000 points. I can't wait to see what else everyone else comes up with. See you all next month. Chewie, if you're here, I hope you're enjoying seeing what everyone else is coming up with, but I'm enjoying your Azek Arrowman right now. This OSL is insane!
It pops so much on the model, like, it's immediately what you look at, and it's because it glows so much as well, because it's a big lighting effect. But it's I'm guessing that has to be some sort of like fluorescent paint, because that just like glows like nothing else, like you wouldn't find in a normal paint range.
We'll have to force him to tell us in the chat or in Discord.
Of course.
And the purple is so smooth and
like if you look at like the roads
silk or
below.
Something.
Yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it? I also love that there's a transition in the OSL around the model in line with what the actual energy is doing, because that's incredibly impressive.
Yeah,
very much so.
It's just
and this is what the first time, or like one of the first times you've been using an airbrush or trying out OSL. Fantastic.
Yeah. Damn Buster UK, I need to burn my brushes. Do not do that. Do not do that. Everyone is going to be wowed by your submissions, Mr. Damn Buster. Thank you very much. This is Chewie's 1,000 Suns that he's got so far.
Love it. It's
so
purple and the blues works so well across the entire army. Adore it.
I just, you should have hidden Magnus from us, because then you could add a month off when it gets to big day.
Yeah.
There is that, yeah.
It's great though, man. Like, I remember you starting this towards the end. You painted 1 or 2 rubric marines, and they were really cool. And to see the army like this, like, to bring this up to 2,000 points, I can't wait to find out what that is. How much do you get for your points these days in 1,000 Suns?
I don't know.
Do we know?
No. Funnily enough, Adam's the one that plays 1,000 Suns.
Yeah, Adam would be.
Adam's got every army.
Adam would be sweating right now, having seen this. If he joins us in the chat, or if he watches this back later, I'm sure he will comment his praises in great vivid detail for you, Chewie. But yeah, you're crushing it, man. And I'll just go back to Azek one more time.
Fantastic.
Here he is, Azek Arrowman, the man himself.
Yeah, that's so good.
Love it, absolutely love it. Built on Boo. Now we've got some big energy.
Mr. Boob, you're not allowed to swear. You need to follow my example.
You can swear in 22 minutes.
I feel like I'm like developing a Twitch for not doing it.
Chewie's here. That's about 1650.
Wow.
Hello, Chewie.
Okay.
In fact, on the subject of points, Dave said that he's got enough to take the Stormcast up to 10,000 points, and that's what he's going to be completing for Tales of Many.
So he's got the models for 10,000, and now he's painting them all up.
Yeah, and because I found my notes,
Nice.
they're called the Flaming Tempest Brotherhood. For those of you at home, sorry if I came across as flippant before. Yes, Chewie, you're crushing it, man. Azek Arrowman, looking great. Right, we're going to move on to another stalwart of Season 1. We have Mr. Mazegis. And we have our first General Grievous.
I love it. Loving it. Loving it. Look at the cape. The texture on the cape.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
Oh, it's
Is that
amazing.
sculpted on, or is that something that
I
he's
don't
painted
know.
like a madman?
I have some of the models, but I don't know about Grievous. You know what? I'm going to go to look.
It's
We need to
really
know.
cool. It's really cool. He was the one who gave us our first Obi-Wan, I believe.
I think I remember
at which
that.
point we all said, hello there. And I
Yeah, I
thought
think
about...
I then painted one after because of it.
Yeah, you did. I then thought about, before we put this one up on screens, I would do what we did last time and just go, General Canoe! But it doesn't make sense. So here we have our first General Grievous. And it's not the only one. Shatterpoint makes another appearance later on.
Very nice.
It's very cool. I like it.
It's the first time I've seen this model, and it looks fantastic.
It's great, isn't it? I'm seeing a lot of positivity about Shatterpoint, and I really want to try it.
It's different to the other Star Wars one, which is I forget the name of it. Legends or something?
Legions. No.
Legion.
Star Wars
that's the one.
Legion. Star Wars Legion, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this one I know is different, but I'm not sure what the differences are between them.
No, I'm not sure either. I think the texture's on the cape from what I'm looking. But the one thing about the Grievous, right, is that rock is mad. It's like he's just got a rock from his garden and pull it
Like,
on
I
it.
was just
It's
about to
so
mention that too.
real.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's great, isn't it?
The textures and the color variation that he has on that just looks so naturalistic.
It's great.
And he's captured Grievous like so perfectly, because the Grievous I remember is from the first Clone Wars series, you know, the cartoon one where he was terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this one feels terrifying, like he's gonna kill some Jedi.
And famously didn't do that on the big screen.
No. All he did was
The negotiator.
I think you can tell we're Star Wars fans.
Well,
So-
the fun fact about General Grievous is apparently those coughs are actually George Lucas when he had a really bad cold.
Oh, really?
Apparently so.
I did not know that. But yes, Star Wars Shatterpoint makes its first appearance, and I hope not its last, throughout the whole of Tales. It does appear in this one again. I haven't forgotten that. I've already mentioned it twice. Right. Moving on. We have another long-time fan. We have Mr. Matt Neve, Nevi368, with Major Cask, I believe is what he's called. Let me just check. Yep. Major Cask, the leader for the Astra Militarum Combat Patrol. So another Astra Militarum fan in the chat.
Love it.
Here he is. I love it, first and foremost. I'm a big sucker for like army green. And like recently I've done so many like Death Guard green, Nurgle green things that it's making me yearn for doing military green. And this one I just really, really love. And the sword, I love the pictures that he's taken of it, because he dropped one in Discord the other day, and everyone was going, "Is that sword just massive, or is it perspective?"
Perspective, yeah.
But yeah, no.
It's coming at you.
I'm a big fan of this. I'm such a huge fan of the new Astra Militarum that I think they always look great. And we've already seen a different pose for the similar kit, right? But here we have another one, and it just shows you how what's it called? Customizable they are as a range. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
He's done a really good job on
always...
the robes. And again, we've got another real rock.
Another real rock, yeah.
Yeah. Another very real looking rock.
Yeah.
I swear they've just like taken it out of the garden or something. But I really love when someone does the box art scheme well. There's lots of your videos are, Josh, but it just like it evokes something so classic that when you look at it, you get that almost like sense of nostalgia of like looking at this army being like, yeah, these are the Canadians. They know what they're doing. They're here and they're green and bone.
And that shock of white for the officer's indication on the pauldron as well.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I'm such a big fan. Everyone knows I love box art. That's not a shock to anybody.
My eye keeps getting drawn to the helmet. I don't know, like it's just so well done.
This one down here.
Yeah, normally like when you have the people like the helmets on the side, people don't put enough attention into it, and this is so good, like the way he's done it, because it really like adds so much to the model. Yeah.
People in the chat are saying, "Has that grass been clipped from the garden?" I don't know. I don't think so. It does look like it matches his bush outside.
A little bit, yeah.
15 minutes,
he's
Josh.
just showing you where I've taken it from.
Right, Matt, you're crushing it. I can't wait to see the rest of the command squad. Because this is the thing about Astra Militarum armies. As soon as you do one, it looks cool, and then you just add more, and it looks great, and then you add more, and it looks even better. Mr. Biltong Boob is living proof of that from season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
I recently saw his army in the flesh as well. Very nice.
He is. He sent us a treat for us to look at from the end of Tales 1, which I'll show you in a little bit. But next up, we have another returning guest. We have Mr. Vilka Era. Who says, "Nerds, nerdettes, nerdlings, hosts, co-hosts, and guest hosts. Here we go again. Whoop whoop. Hello all. So happy to." He says it with more gusto than I just did. Hello all. So happy to be back. Can't wait to see everyone's entries for the next few months for Tales Season 2. I've decided to go back to my wolves. I got the majority of my walls finished during Season 1, so it's been a while since I revised them. 18 months, according to my Instagram posts. The fortunate timing of Leviathan will have me supplied with the next few months' entries. First model is going to be Primaris Njal Stormcaller.
Oh, wow.
This is very nice. Wait, that's a conversion of the Terminator Librarian?
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's
I don't know what else to say. Like the face, the hair, the bear is it on the back?
The little raven, which I'm
yeah. Everything
like
about
a
it.
chaos kit or something, and then like I'm assuming like you've probably like got some sort of like head as a base, and then green stuff the rest of the hair. But there's like so many little bits that are just like hanging off everywhere, and like this must have like at least like 5-6 different kits. Otherwise, you're a sculpting god, which you already are anyway. But this looks incredible.
He's taken most of it from the old Njal Stormcaller model.
Yeah.
This has such like, you know, if in the movies or TV shows and there's Vikings, you've got that like older wise one who has like, you know, just really smart and everybody always looks to. He has that vibe.
It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is what happens, right? When I'm putting together the pack, I'm like, I'm going through because I've got so many of them to go through, right? I'm looking at them and I'm going, that's really cool, that's really cool, that's really cool, that's really cool. But I can't spend too much time just poring over the images. But every so often, one just you just go, hold the phone, and this is what we love around here.
Just need a moment with this model.
Exactly. Stunning work, Mick. Absolutely stunning work. I love it very much. Is everyone done looking at it, or should we go on to the next one?
I could look at it forever, but I think we should move on.
For the sake of time.
It's amazing.
Yes. So next up, we have another emailed submission. This is from, and I don't know your social media handle, I'm sorry, but this is from Lacuva13, who has sent through this lovely little piece. He says, this is called this gentleman's name is Uriel Nikto, my fallen and risen Dark Angels character from my friends and I's Black Crusade TTRPG campaign. Going to use him as a champion or captain as the need arises. Any advice on doing a better gradient on the coat would be nice. I tried and couldn't get anything that looked good, so I just covered it up. But to be honest, I don't think you need the gradient, man, because it looks great.
Yeah, honestly, like if you hadn't said anything, we probably would be all sitting here complimenting it as we're probably just about to. Like it fits in perfectly. It's kind of that sort of dark green. It fits that sort of vibe that you're going for. Also, just like the pose, the two swords going around, looks incredible,
doesn't it? That's from the Blade Champion, right? The Custodians one.
I'm assuming. Oh right, yeah.
It must be converted Blade Guard. No.
I think this is where we play guess the bit, right? So I think the swords are from the Blade Champion, and I think the body is from the Primaris Chaplain.
Yeah, I was about to say the same.
The kind of the one
but
that comes.
Some of the body is a Blade Guard, though.
It might be. I don't know.
Because that leg is a Blade Guard leg. Sorry, this is how much I know the Blade Guard models. That's a Blade Guard leg. I'm pretty certain. Yeah. The helmet's a Blade Guard helmet. The backpack's a Blade Guard helmet. Backpack. The shoulder pads are not Blade Guard, so they could be either just normal Space Marine ones, the Custodians ones. I don't know about the like torso though. Either way, you know me. 2 swords on a Space Marine.
It's top drawer.
Just marry me. And the swords are so good. They actually they're just radiating power.
Yeah. I love how it just implies like that sort of like slow but like careful motion of like this is a swordsman who knows exactly what they're doing, and they're almost in a dance of death as they're going about it.
It's the what's it called? The Dark Angels. It's the hexagrammatic. Is that what it is? How they train on the they got the circles on the floor. It's in one of the books, and they train their blade forms using these patterns on the floor.
Is it like hopscotch?
Yeah, sure. Honestly, I don't think it needs any blending on it, mate. But if you need any tip that I can give for blending is, if you want it to be like a really stark dark to green, is often black. So like Black Templar. So something that I've done on Lord Croak, which you can't see, but the rocks that go around the outside, green doesn't go dark enough. So actually, black is the place to blend from. That's how you can get a really good transition. So like, and I use like 2 parts Lamia medium to 1 part Black Templar, something like that, to just kind of apply it to the area and then just wick it off with the brush. Black is always a good color to blend from, especially into something as dark a green as that, because going darker green, sometimes it just like you say it can just get lost. But otherwise, I honestly don't think it needs it, because I think you've done an excellent job, buddy.
I agree. It's awesome model, and the conversion out of all the different parts is real skill. So, and it looks so great together.
Yeah, and those blades look lethal.
Yes,
They definitely do. They look sharp.
Oh yeah. Right, are you ready to see Mr. I'm gonna snap my brushes, Dambuster UK?
I can see part of it already, and I'm just.
So he's got 2. Everybody, are you
2.
ready? Are you ready? Braced? Right, his first one. Here it is. Archaon, the Ever Chosen.
Come on now. Where is it? He needs to explain himself about snap his brushes.
That looks so good.
That's quality.
Stunning.
I love this model.
Yeah, I know you do. Did Dambuster use your tutorial? Because I'm seeing like real good similarity, like in like particularly the wing like textures and stuff. It's really good.
I don't know. Did you use my tutorial, buddy? I think you did. It
Whether
looks
or not
exactly
he did
like
or
mine,
not.
so you know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
But
it
looks like
amazing.
like the GW version of it, which whether or not he's followed your tutorial, you both got to that same end result of looking like the sort of box art stuff, which, as we've previously discussed, it's always very cool when you can do that.
Yeah, I love.
It's
the
like so
sword.
much like depth in the colors. Like when you start looking at like bits of the gold, there's like detail and shading in there, and the wings and the flames, like the flame sort of color of the sword, and then all the like the different heads as well. There's so much like depth in there.
It's such a great model. It's my favorite in the range. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so needlessly big.
Yeah, it's massive.
Or is it just as big as it needs to be?
Well,
It reminds me of the pub quiz question: who would win between Abaddon and Archaon? And it's like,
Archaon.
look at him, look at what he's riding. Just look at it. Like, there's no competition.
Archaon wins it every single time. There's no question.
Yeah.
Of it. His other entry, Karazhan Scarred.
Oh, come on now.
Like you're not supposed to do 2 big things in 1 month.
I'm going home. Oh, I am home. I've got nowhere to go. This is amazing. Oh, I mean,
Yeah,
dragons
that's
first of all,
incredible.
and second of all, it's just so well done. Look at the pattern on the wings.
And on the wings, but then even on the back of the wings, like you got the different
Yeah.
sort of colors blending into each other.
So much good wingage.
It's so nice, isn't it? I love this one, and everybody knows, right? Last time out, right? Well, because we'll do it again at the end of this one, but we often say, you know, what's your favorite? And everybody figured out by the end that if you paint a dragon, you get chosen as Josh's favorite.
Yeah.
Dambuster's
Dragons
going
are
for,
very cool.
he's going for the favorite Warhipster's favorite vote.
He's gone for a dragon
Just
and
dragon.
also one of your favourite models.
Yes. Karazhan, the
He's figured you
bloody
out.
Teacher's pet.
I love it, man. You've absolutely nailed it. And like that because he was asking me about the pattern inside the wings, and you've absolutely nailed it. You've really done a great
Looks
job.
so
on
good.
It looks really, really good. And like it's such a interesting model to paint this one because he's brown and orange.
Yeah.
But like the orange can't
see,
be.
okay.
Yeah, the orange can't be too orange. It has to be a brown.
Yeah, it
orange.
has to be sort of more muted,
Browny
and the brown can't be too like dark or too brown. But
Exactly.
he does have like the different. Like I love how like the scales are that sort of like darker brown, and they've got like a slightly different highlight on them.
Yeah, it's so good.
It has like, if a dragon was going to be real, it has that kind of color vibe at it. If you know what I mean, like with lizards.
Yeah, that
in,
kind of like
in
almost
real
like
life.
naturalistic stuff.
Yeah,
style.
that's the smart way of saying it. Thanks, Rich. Naturalistic way.
That's what I'm here.
Do you want one thing? This is like details that my eye is instantly drawn to. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse.
Yeah.
But here,
Yeah.
this section of the wing, it's so expertly done, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like all of it's done really well, but I look at this bit and I just go, oh yeah.
The thing is, like, painting and blending over a large area is hard to do and hard to do well.
Oh yeah.
And you don't notice the blends here because they're just so well done.
So Stormcast Dragon Army is the way to Warhipster's heart. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you figured us out. So...
Don't worry. There'll be something as well that will come out over like the next year or so, and when people start going, here's my Bretonian Paladin, I'll just be like, that one's my favourite. Shotgun. Right. Dan Buster, you've absolutely crushed it. I cannot wait to see what you do next. But now we must move on to our next entry. We have the Colonel of the 149th Death Corps of Krieg with an Arch Revenant.
He's in chat as well. I've seen his name pop up.
He is in chat. There he is. I love your Arch Revenant. I love your choice of colours. I love your choice on the base. I particularly love this skirt here, as well as the theme being continued up around here on the top of the shoulder. It's so nicely done, man. You've got the ethereal sprite nature of Druanti, as well as the wood.
That's exactly the word I was going to use.
It's so good. So good.
Like, it looks purely ethereal. Like, it like almost like stepping out of a movie, like, and there's this sort of like ethereal spirit that's sort of walking towards you, and they're just glowing this sort of unearthly color, and that's exactly what you've captured here.
And the wings, look how good, like they just I don't even know what how to describe them really. Are they like feathers, or are they like insecty type wings?
Yeah, so they're they have this kind of symbiotic relationship with these these gossamids, basically. And
that's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's all kind of done based on they're kind of made up of sprites and souls and things like that kind of create these forms that then bond with the souls of angry elves that are trapped in trees.
Well, he's really giving that kind of
really
vibe.
Cool.
Yeah, they've gone a lot further than just, hey, here's some tree people and some dryads. They've really expanded the lore, and all this sort of like kind of spirity sprite stuff really works.
It's
amazing
really nice.
job.
It's really nice. I can't wait to see what you do next, buddy. I'm hoping more Spite and Tree Revenants because it looks great. Like I said, the
a
colour
whole
choices...
army of that color scheme would pop so much.
Oh yeah.
The other thing is like all the trees, and like you can see with the orange cloak as well, like it's all quite naturalistic, and then you've got this ethereal, otherworldly color coming out of it. I think once you amass that over an entire army, you'd be like, oh wow, these guys are like super special.
Yeah, boy. Because you've got so much choice now as well. Because you've got the Spite Rider Lancers, you've got the Gossamid Archers, you've got Tree Revenants, you've got Spite Resonance. It's just this, and you've got Dryture as well that can be part of that as well. So a full Sprite army is something that you can. It's a full Revenant army, I should say.
We'd definitely love to see that
now, and it looks great. Crushing it, man. Right. I've noticed it's 9 o'clock. We've got to keep going.
We have so much to get through.
We do. So, next up, Ricky drinks paint.
Ooh, yes. Dinosaurs. Oh, look inside its mouth. Sorry. Sorry.
Man.
With a Saurus Scar Veteran on Agradon.
Yeah.
I think is the full name of it. I can't remember. Having painted one of these, I can't remember. But mate, this looks great. I really love it. Because I did mine on the box art with the bone skin, like the kind of, what do you call it, albino skin. But the blue really pops on the red. It looks great.
It really does. Then the darker scales as well. Like Reza said, like the teeth, like that he's painted, like the inside of the mouth, just
inside the mouth, like makes you feel like if you're gonna get eaten.
Yeah.
It's that's the quality. I mean, you know me, dinosaurs, way to my heart, and this is
also.
So good.
I want to comment on like the choice of gold here as well, because this isn't just like, it feels like the choice of gold matches with everything else. Here it's not just, oh, I'll put some gold on because I've got some gold. It's like a very specific gold that almost feels like slightly older, and it works really well with the rest of the scheme.
Yeah. Yeah, no, 100%. I'm a big fan of Seraphon. I think this is the only Seraphon entry we have so far.
Really? Oh, I don't mind that.
I
can't remember
because
now.
They such good models.
Mine was in there. It was just invisible.
So you submitted a chameleon skink.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Peter says, has the number of YouTube members dropped? I thought we were north of 400 now. We were north of 400, but YouTube refunded a bunch of them back because not enough people had gifts turned on. So we're back to 335. If anybody would like to become a member out there supporting all these wonderful Warhipsters, and particularly me, please do. That would be lovely. How many likes have we got on the stream now, by the way? Can someone check?
Oh, I'll have to check.
We have 34. Guys, leave a like on the chat.
I love how you said, "Can someone check?" and then answer your own question. But yeah,
Guys,
it's actually 48.
That's actually
that's what I've
48.
got as well.
There we go.
Yeah, I refreshed it for you.
But yeah, Ricky's absolutely crushing it out here with the Seraphon. And I nearly thought about making Seraphon one of mine and kicking things off with old Lord Croak. But then I thought that would be, that wouldn't be cool.
Yeah.
So Seraphon will not be one of my projects for now. But they might be. They might become one. Ricky, you've absolutely crushed it. Moving on to the next one. We have Mr. Biltong Boob.
Mr. Boob.
Who gives us a Blade Wizard, 2 Telemon Dreadnoughts, and 5 Custodian Guard.
Very nice.
In a purple and gold scheme. This is a popular one for Custodians, isn't it? Purple and gold. This is very royal, isn't it?
Purple is, as we've seen already, purple is a great color to go with gold, and most people do like to paint their Custodians gold, so it's, if you're going to paint them gold, there's like a limited selection of colors that go really, really well with purple, or really, really well with gold, and purple is one of them.
Yeah.
It does really work. But also, the blades on them, just they feel like they're almost glowing again.
Yeah.
I just really, really love that color choice on the blades.
It's nice. It's really nice. It's like, because I go back and forth with Custodians, right? Because like they always painted with energized blades, and you very rarely see someone do them with like with the energy fields turned off. And I've done it recently on the Achilles because the Forge World stuff doesn't have the blades turned on. They're all just kind of big crusty silver blades. And I always go back and forth because I always think, I think like the plain blades would look really nice, but then I see a really good glowy blade like these ones, and I'm just like, yeah, do you know what, the glowy blades really do make them.
These are really nice glowy blades.
Yeah, because otherwise they're just gold and a spot color, or in some cases just all gold.
It's always nice to like introduce like a third like spot color into your scheme as well. So these are like mostly gold and purple, but then there's this little sort of extra element that's added in with little
the
pops
gems
of
and
this
stuff, so it really makes it all pop.
He says he sent the wrong pick. He'll send better ones next step.
Are these not your Custodians then, Mr. Boob?
Are these not
Still on
yours?
them.
You did also send me a screenshot of an email I don't think you meant to send me. I was going to put it in, but then I thought, no, that's not cool. That might be what you meant to send. Didn't mean to send. He did send us a treat, though.
Oh.
He sent us this.
Love it, tanks, love it.
Which was from his last time out. He also
Showing
sent
off
me a
Mr.
really
Boob.
cute selfie, which I just keep for myself. I won't share that with anyone.
I do have to apologize for what my ex-Crane did to his Rogue Dawn, but these are some excellent looking tanks.
Did they do mean things to you, Rich?
Wasn't much that the ex-Crane did mean things. It's that he just didn't pass a single save with his Rogue Dawn.
No.
And Rogue Dawns don't hang around much if you do that.
I don't think a lot does. Well, that was probably the first time he used the model as well.
Which makes a change,
It's always
right?
the curse.
Because last edition, Rich knows exactly how good a Rogue Dawn was.
Yeah, I murdered too many things with it. It didn't even die.
Casually rock up to a tournament, get a podium place with some Rogue Dawns.
Yeah. 3 games and my Rogue Dawn didn't die once. Angmar died like 15 times or something. But Rogue Dawn, no. So we know who the stronger Primarch is.
Laura says she's feeling a bit unproductive now with her one model. He's showing off from last season.
He's
Don't
just
worry,
showing
Laura.
off, Laura. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Mr. Boob knows what he's doing.
He's whacking it out. That's what he's doing.
Being a boob.
He's being a biltong, is what he's doing. Right. Built on Boob. If you guys haven't checked it out, he also has a podcast. I should remember. Just remember the Brush Lickers podcast. You guys should check it out. But this was his army from last time out. And we all love Guard around here, and this is what I mean. We've got a number of Guard entries.
And lots of tanks.
They're just such a classic army.
They are.
He's done 2 Rogue Dawns.
Well, I don't know where the other one is.
In the background of the picture,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah, I see it. Back here.
Now he's showing off.
But yes, we are going to move on now to Plops of Corn.
Best name ever.
With, I can't remember the name of it, and I've painted it. What's it called? Somebody drop it in the chat now.
Is this one of? Does Alice do the same army as this?
Something scribe. Yeah, this is Nighthaunt. Yeah.
Something describe something.
I reckon it's Dumbledore if he stayed alive and kept doing the Harry Potter. But you know what? I'm just don't know when sort of talking. You know when he stands at the lectern and he's doing the thing that's starting. No, I'm quiet.
Is it the script?
Yeah, I know the shot that you're talking about.
Is it the Scriptum Mortis? Have I just remembered it right at the death? I'm literally looking up on the Games Workshop website.
We'll go with that until we.
You know what it reminds me of? You know in the Zelda games you get like the ghostly witches with the
Plops of Corn is saying Scriptum Mortis, so you've got it.
Yeah,
Scriptum Mortis, yes.
Scriptum Mortis.
Yes.
My memory did not fail me. Well, it did. Initially. But bro, I believe is what streamers say. Your Scriptum Mortis looks excellent.
It's amazing.
I'm a big fan.
Look at the
this
book.
model.
Look at the book.
Look at the book. He's only gone and done the text.
Take a look in a book. Reading Rainbow. Yeah.
Pops of Corn. What is he writing?
Well, he's writing down the name of an enemy that owes a toll to Nagash.
Oh, is that what it is? That's sick. That's so cool.
Yeah,
It's like
basically he writes your name in a book, and that means you're destined to die.
Oh.
It's
Oh, you could be really evil and write your friends' names in it.
well, you'd have to be a Scriptum Mortis, but yes, they don't really have friends; they're ghosts. This is a really tricky model to execute. Because there's a lot of kind of gradient going on, right? So you've got bone, the kind of ethereal bone blending into the night hauntiness at the bottom, but then you also, in addition, have the smoke on the top, which is another different color again. And so to be able to put what I can see in there is 4 different distinct colors that are kind of meshing together to make a really cool. Because he's kind of dirty as well, the Scriptum Mortis, when you look at the box art version of him. And that's always quite hard to replicate in a clean way. You see what I mean? But you've absolutely nailed it here, buddy.
The other thing as well is like that contrast between the candlelight versus the light from his lantern. Really sort of... It kind of carries that story of like, this lantern isn't just light, it's something else that's in here. Because this is sort of this very cool... almost unearthly yellow that he's got in it, which contrasts between the warmer yellow of the and like orangey yellow of the candles. It really sells that like something's kind of off with this lantern. Like, what's going on here?
Oh yeah. Oh, there's definitely something off.
Yeah.
It's not going to end well for you, basically. Coming up against the
Probably
Scriptor
not.
Mortis. He's a bit vindictive, is the Scriptor Mortis. But then you've also got a really good blend on the feather as well, on the quill.
Oh, I hadn't even noticed that, but you're absolutely right.
I've stared at this model a lot, having filmed one. So I always look kind of those types of things. It's such a creepy model, but it just looks so good.
It's got so much detail, and I can imagine it being such a small model, which is like amazing. And even like some of the pages are being turned. Like you got into every like nook and cranny.
Big fan. I love it. Right, moving on, because time waits for no man. We have Adam Rainbow, who I think is still in the chat. I hope he's still in the chat.
I've seen him in chat, popping about.
Here we have the Lord Invocatus.
Love it. Look at the horn.
It's so nice, right?
Yeah,
Horn.
light effects on the horn. So good.
It's so nice. I love this
axe.
model. I also love how big I've said this before, right? But this model acts as the transition between, because it's weird, right, with the World Eater's range right now. You've got the Exalted 8-bound, the Berserkers, and you've got the Jackals, and they're all much in terms of size. They all make sense. And then you've got Angron, who's just so much bigger than everything else in the World Eaters range.
Yeah.
He is a big lad.
Yeah, but the Lord Invocatus, he's massive as well, but he acts as this really cool link between the three. Well, between the 5 different kits that you've got. And I love this, man. I think it looks great. And I think he followed my video, so of course I'm biased. But, man, you've absolutely crushed it here. And I love
It looks violent.
Oh, yeah. And it absolutely should.
Yeah, I mean, it's World Eaters. He's got to be violent. He looks so cool, though.
I'll always be a fan of a chainsword attached to the head.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough of that in Warhammer. More chain heads, basically.
Yeah, there's a lot of like very like serious grimdark at times, and then sometimes you get some just bonkers stuff where it's just like, here's what's basically a demon rhino with a chainsword on his head. Let's go.
That flies.
Oh yeah, and it
Does
flies.
he fly as well?
I always forget that it flies. Man, it's such a nice job you've done on it. I really like it. Oh god, I nearly dropped my bottle. Like I said, it's just an excellent job, and it's perfectly executed as well, with the contrasting colours in the black and the red and the glowing on the runes and all of that.
Black
good
really
stuff.
stands out.
And then you've gone like, I'll always compliment gore when it's done as well as you've done it, because I'm not a fan of things that are just blood.
Yeah, some people go a little bit too overboard with it, and I mean, for World Eaters, you can kind of get away with that, but it's much more effective sometimes when you just do bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin the great
tell
paint
that
job
story.
you've done over the model, right? By just going crazy with the blood. So it's really hard to find the right balance, but you've kind of nailed it here. And it's on the parts of the model where you're going to be getting bloody.
I always have my my Garth Marenghi clip for the blood ready for this one. It makes me laugh every time. Love this model, a true 40k unicorn, says Mr. B. Top level pun. Cass, if you're here, that's a good one. You can. I'm sure I'll give you permission to use it. No, you actually crushed it, Adam, and I cannot wait to see more. Because I believe he's doing more World Eaters. Right.
It's gonna look great.
We're time to move on to Gamix.
Oh wow!
Who gives us an Archon? We've got 3 here. I'm a big fan of this. I'm a very big fan of this.
Nice.
It's that cage.
Yeah,
that's creeping me out. Which means you've done a great job.
Drew Curry always unsettles me, doesn't it, Rez?
The face in the bottom right hand corner of it.
Oh jeez!
Come on!
Just staring out at you.
Yeah.
So I was going like, I'm sure this is like Drazar conversion, but then you got like the vines twisting around as well, and like all these like hidden elements like that face there, and then I love how it's like different colors for the skin cloak he's got, but there's a couple of green ones in there, so like maybe he's like killed some orcs as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Is that spear like made of bone?
It could be. You'd have to ask him.
That's even more creepy.
Yeah, there's just so
Such
many
a
like
good paint job.
cool, like little, almost like storytelling elements on this model. Just like that adds. It's not just like, oh, here I'm gonna swap out this head and then call it a day. It's
Yeah.
they've really created like the story of this Archon and like what he's been up to.
Yeah, the armor's really good and not lovely. Like, I love the red, but the way he's done the gold and some bits of the model just really adds those little bits of extra detail and draws you. I like the back of the glove on the left-hand picture. The gold is so lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much so. And then you've got like that slight glowing of green inside the gun as well.
Yeah. It is the Drazar body.
Yeah,
I thought so.
People are asking in the chat. It is because I'd recognize
I can tell
anyone.
from like the across the legs.
Yeah.
On the like the crossing runes.
Yeah, 100%. He's got another one.
and another one. Ooh, hello.
Nice.
Look at that blue armor. That's sick. And that green is so vibrant on your skin. Sorry.
Yeah, it's always really interesting when you see people doing this more vibrant green. And I feel like this one has like tons of contrast in it, like in terms of like from the highlights to the shadows. So it really pops and really sells it.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So when Alice came home earlier from work, I was scrolling through the pack, just because I was doing some work on it, and she spotted this one. She went, "Stop there!" She went. That one really leapt out because of the vibrancy of it.
100%.
And again, blue
it's the way
and
that
green.
it kind of grows up from the base, right? The base is like really like rugged and earthy and naturalistic. See what I did there? And then as you say, it grows with the vibrancy of the colours.
Those tufts are great as well. I'm not sure if you've like altered those tufts or whether they just come like that, but they really blend into the base like more than you usually see.
The poor Stormcast head in the hand. I think this is the this is the Warhammer Plus one,
of course.
Oh, okay.
which you don't see very often because most people got the Vindicare.
Yeah, the sniper.
True. I'm still going to pick up that Vindicare.
I think is the full name of it. But no, I love this. I think it looks amazing. I'm a big fan, and I say that. I realize I'm saying that all the time. I'm a big fan, but I do run out of words. Sue me.
Occasionally they're going to overlap.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. The color choice is spot on. Base is excellent.
Yeah.
Pose is wonderful. The blue is vibrant. The green absolutely pops next to the blue. Because again, blue and green should never be seen. But
unless they're on this model.
Unless they're on this model. Because again, sliding scale of contrasting colours. Because if you're too close, they'll look like a pool of water. Same thing as why you don't do brown and green. Because if it's too close, it looks like a tree. Right? That's why you don't do it.
You're teaching me things there. I just never really thought about it. I just go like, if that looks nice, it looks nice.
Well,
but
exactly.
I'm me, innit?
Yeah, there's some. I mean, it depends on when you're like choosing like colors. There's some Carol theory that says you should, choose something like not necessarily like on the exact opposite of the color wheel, but like slightly off from it, and then you can do like then there's like triad theory and stuff like that of like picking colors that are far enough away, but they'll still like look good together. But there are exceptions where you pick some stuff that's close and you really emphasize them. Then like this, they can look fantastic.
Yeah.
No, 100%. He's got one more, and I find this model's presence disturbing.
Oh.
See what you did there.
Yeah. That's it. Sorry, great. London again.
Bruh.
Oh, just look at the lightsaber and the way it like gets lighter. The tip and
like slightly glowing, yeah.
Vader doing his force powers.
The other thing as well is for a model that's fundamentally all black, they've done really well with like trying to like actually pick out and define all the different bits. Like this model is very readable, where if it was just all black, you wouldn't really be able to pick out the different parts of it. But this, you can absolutely like see all the different parts of like all the costume and the armor and everything.
Yeah, you got real different like texture vibes on different parts of the armor and the clothing. Like look at the helmet, shiny. I think what
like
material
the armor parts of what he's wearing are like slightly shinier and slightly blacker.
Yeah, I love this.
And it's on Mustafar. Is it Mustafar that's red?
Or Geonosis.
Geonosis, that's it.
Genos from the second movie, most far from the
first. Oh no, it's great work. I'm a big fan. So, like I said, there's this second of 3 or 4, I think. We've got a couple more Shatterpoint, or Star Wars models.
Nice.
But before that, it's time to take a trip to Middle Earth with Eomer, the Marshal of the Riddermark.
Oh,
Love it.
From Jesse Deck.
yeah.
I had to stop and look at this one again because I love it.
You're a Rohan fanboy.
I am a Rohan fanboy. Every time I see a well painted,
pretty great.
Every single time I see a well painted Rohan model, I just hear the Hardanger flute, and just I get transported back to when I was but a wee lad, hearing that music for the first time in the cinema. Everyone now is thinking about it as well. And yeah, just I really like it, man. He said in his submission that it was Warhipster battle ready, and I was like, nah, come on.
This is...
The thing that people may, if you haven't come across Middle Earth models before, they're made at a slightly smaller scale to 40k in AOS. So when you're looking at this, it's fairly small, and there's lots of really small details on there, and everything is defined. Like, you can pick up everything from even all the scales. You can see they're all individually defined.
Yep.
It's done a really good job of picking out those elements.
The brightness of the mail and the variation within the scale and the ring mail is just on point.
Yeah, I love the tone from the red to the silver to the bronze to the gold, all just kind of really works so well.
Right now. Lord of the Rings. Ooh.
One of my favourite scenes of him is when he threw the spear at the guy on the Mimikyu.
Oh yeah.
Actually nailed the guy. Yeah.
And he gets a twofer.
Yeah.
He takes out 2 Mumax with that.
Yeah. Made Legolas like a chump with his one.
Still only counts as 1. No, it's great work. Again, this is one of the things that I love about this beginning, right? We've got all these heroes coming in. I'm looking forward now to seeing more Rohirrim. And I'm, you're not helping me because I have to do stupid Mordor. I'm kidding. I like it, okay? There's more Lord of the Rings coming up as well. Anyway, next up.
Nice.
Suetonius. With a Vindicare assassin. No less. Here it is.
Nice. So sick.
I love this guy. I prefer it to the Umbral 6 one.
Oh.
The Umbral 6 one's really cool, don't get me wrong, but it's just you know, it's on this big bit of terrain, whereas this one's really subtle. You can just pop it in any building.
Practical, yeah.
And forget it's there, and then remember that it's there and have to go back and get it from the venue.
Yeah. Or you remember the opponent forgets it's there until it pops its commander.
Ben McGuckin, yes, you can absolutely get involved from the next one, the next Tale of Many Warhipsters. Month 1 is obviously closed, but month 2 begins now. It began yesterday. It's back to the action. It's the thing with the Vindicate and all the assassins, right? Is they need to be assassiny. But they can't be all black. So it's quite a difficult balance, right? Because with him, I believe on the box art, he does have that very dark green gun that almost melds into the black, and then you've got the black of the skin suit and various other things. But when it's well executed, it looks amazing, and I think this one looks really, really good. I'm very, very, very impressed.
Scheme is really subtle, but it works so well, and then just some couple of thin edge highlights here and there really sell it. It's just they're having the restraint to do that sort of more muted color scheme is exactly what's needed for this model, and it works so well.
Yeah, no, 100%. Do you want to see his other? Because we have another Terminator captain.
Ooh.
Yeah, go for it.
Sons of the Phoenix.
Oh wow. Look at that white.
Yes. The crisp white and the royal
White
purple.
is not easy to do.
White is not easy to do.
No.
Not that you would know from looking at this model.
No, exactly. Oh man, and again, I really like a power sword that is like still clearly silver, but with elements of blue.
Yeah, you get this, like, it really shows like the power kind of going through the sword. Yeah, it's really good. And the Tyranid he's standing on, like,
Oh yeah.
amazing.
It's a challenge for me because it's a Leviathan Tyranid on the base.
Yeah. The Terminator Captain did a good job chopping that thing's head off.
The
Is that a Screamer Killer it's standing on?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a Screamer Killer.
That Terminator Captain needs a promotion. Killing a Screamer Killer.
Pretty tough.
It's quite hard to do, especially in combat.
Yeah.
No, it's great, man. It's really, really great. And there's, again, not a scheme I knew. But I always love
it
seeing
works.
non-codex,
Works really well.
Yeah.
non-first founding chapters. We had a lot
You know
of
what really sells it for me is those bone details that come with that sort of like that sort of almost brassy kind of gold there. That kind of melds together really well with the white and purple, because like the white and the like almost like parchment color that offset each other really well. So it's
Yeah.
not just all pure white.
He is. 100%. Right, next up, we have a Custodian. The Custodian. Not Constantin Valdor, but the other, Trajann Valoris from Fabian. Here. Enjoying a nice outdoor lunch.
Yeah, it looks like he's gone to the beer garden.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
The custodians will conquer all.
It's really, really nice. The axe is just...
Yeah.
Yeah, I just spotted the axe there, and that's incredible.
It's like what you said earlier about the power weapons on Custodies. Like,
Yeah.
when it's done like this, you're like, you do it like this, and that's...
Yeah, and
Exactly.
all the deep folds of the cloak, but yeah, that axe is something special.
And the
And then you've
lion.
got like the marble style like base as well.
Oh, I did
Like,
spot them all. Yeah,
I feel like this model is the closer you look, the more you find, the more you see, and the more you're astounded by it. Because at a glance, you're like, oh yes, there's Trajann, and then you're like, wait a minute, hold on a second, let's just like take a closer look, because when you do, there's so many little extra little bits and pieces to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've just done a Trajann, actually, for a Patreon.
Okay.
It's a model I've painted 4 times now. And
I was
never
gonna say,
get
I felt
bored
like
of
you
doing
painted
it.
loads of him.
Yeah, I've done him quite a few times. Never get bored of it. Always like it.
Yeah.
Always like it.
You know, he's saying purple and gold makes it look really regal and royal.
Yeah.
I feel like red and gold gives you that kind of same effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like.
Like king vibes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like the red on Custodies. It's so well, you know, red and gold. I'm a Blood Angels fan. Duh. Which colours do you like
Don't
on
stray too
armour?
far out.
Black, red, and gold. Oh, there's a surprise.
So
But
you're an Ultramarine fan.
blue and gold and white. But yeah, more Custodies, which is great. I love it. Thank you, Fabian. Next up, my boys, the Stormcast Eternals, Mike's painted minis with Yndrasta, the Celestial Spear.
Oh wow. It's such a cool model.
Isn't it?
And the wings are... I actually feel like it could fly.
And I love
She's
the
so good, like-
red of the cape and the brightness of the arm. It's the right
cape is
colour.
Yeah.
beautiful.
A box art Yndrasta. Does it get any better than that?
The moss on the stones as well. Like it just adds so much more. Like he actually draws
Yeah.
eye.
I've also
The other
just
thing is,
noticed
like,
that
I
that's your
love-
desktop in the background, so good job for clearing it.
I love that also like they've shown us both the front and the back of the model because they are dressed with different textures, different colors. So this model is a joy from 360 degrees. Like you turn it around, you discover there's even more at the back. It's not just I painted the front looks great. You look at the back and that's painted just as well, if not even more, because you've got that red popular cloak. You've got the lovely sort of tree wrapping around as well. Fantastic.
Everyone knows this is the way to my heart. Guys, stop it. You're bribing me. Stormcast Eternals, dragons. Goodness me. Do you know what excites me about this model? This was a core box model. What the hell is going to be in the next core box?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they always do like something special with the characters, don't they?
It's just, oh man, I love it so much. Mike, I can't look at it too much more. Time is of the essence. Now we return to season 1. A stalwart of season 1, Mr. Flearoy Brown, with a Primaris captain from the magazine whose name escapes me. I had it and now I've forgotten it. You know, the exclusive one.
Oh yeah, I do know the one you're talking about. I've also forgotten the name.
Yeah. Either way, Brendan's crushed it.
Yeah. It's very much kind of leaning into that sort of grimdark style, which obviously the photography helps out with as well. But
Yeah.
like the muddiness of like the cloak, which blends in with the basing.
Yeah.
It feels like this captain has been like up against it, and they've like trudged through enemies slicing back and forth, and now they're holding up their sword victorious.
The more I see this model done not in the Ultramarines colours by the community at large, the more I like it. Because when it was first previewed, I didn't like it. Because I don't think they photographed it from the right angle. They photographed it proper flat on. Whereas from this angle, the angle that Brendan's taking the photo at, it looks like dramatic. Whereas the previous one, like when you look at the product photography of it, it looks like a Space Marine going, "Behold my stuff."
It's like you just
I have a sword.
opened a treasure chest and pulled out a new weapon. But no, this is like 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 almost like follow me, or I look at my victory. But yeah, the mud on the capes and stuff, it's so hard to get that right, and it really fits the model and the way he's done it. It's really well done.
And the wetness of the mud.
Yeah.
Just all combines to make a really dramatic miniature. I love it. You crushed it.
Yeah, it is very much like drama, and like you said, you don't get that from the the product photography of it and the Ultramarines version. But here, you've really captured that drama of the model.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's great. Literally, when I opened it, I was going through the thing and I was looking at it and I was like, oh, let's see what Brendan's done. I went, oh, Brendan's crushed it. Pop it in the pack. Let's go. Now, it's time for our first Blood Angels entry. We have Black Dog Minis.
Smashed it.
With Commander
Of course it would be Dante.
Here he is, the new boy. Well, the old new boy, returning in his super gorgeous gold armor scheme. Absolutely, just looks like it's almost like a peach gold, which really works, and it looks
got
great.
So much depth.
Yeah, like looking at this leg here, this one here, I was like, oh man, that is a hot color right there. I am into this.
It really is, yeah.
Just look at that leg. Oh.
I love that you've got
Calm
a
down
mouse that
now.
uses a pointer, so it's like, oh, look at that leg, and it just fits Dante's leg up.
Just stroking it.
Look at his leg. There we go.
How it goes into his bum with the black Under
Just
Armour.
look at his leg.
Look at his booty.
No,
Guys, he's like 1,000 years old.
It's not supposed to be this well toned.
1,000 years of leg day, and he has never skipped one. Yeah, no, man, you've absolutely nailed this. I'm a big fan of it. I know some people don't like the pose, but I really like the pose of this version of Dante. He's also massive, so it is an undertaking to take painting him on, because he's as big as the Primarch models, which is quite funny when you put him next to Gilliman and the Lion, because it's like, why is he so big?
1,000 years of leg day.
1,000 years of leg day, exactly.
Never skipped a day.
Never skipped a day of leg day, which is interesting for a man who prefers a jump pack.
So he can land, isn't it?
Yeah, but oh man,
I'll take that weight.
I just really love
I will
this.
say, on the jump pack as well, I always love it when people like actually paint a little bit glowing effect from the inside of those sort of vents. And here it's very subtle, but it really sells it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Couldn't agree more. It's really nice, and you know, because again, you could go super hard with the glow, but he's landing, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Or he's about to kick off, however you impression him, kind of.
He's just posing. That's just how he walks.
His balance is that good.
Well, yeah, 1,000 years of leg stays.
Exactly.
Your balance would be that good too.
Brothers, watch me balance. Yeah, no. Oh man, I really like it. I really, really like it. Black Dog minis. You know what you're doing. Next up, we have. I feel like he undersells himself. We have an average painter.
This is not average.
You're taking the... Wait, it's after 9. You're taking the piss.
I should just point out that that's the name he put. I didn't say that. Because it looks like I've just gone, here's an average
It'd be
painter.
like the best thing I've ever painted. Like, what are you on about?
Yeah, this is outrageous. This is really good.
It's a Dark Angel. And inspired by the Horus Heresy scheme. And it looks great. It's got such awesome definition, the right amount of definition as well. But you then look at like the armor contrasting with the cape, where there's all that kind of depth. There's lots to see here. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I've looked at this a lot, and like, there is a lot to see here. Like,
you look at every part of the model, and it's like they've taken each part of the model and spent time on every single part. It's not just, oh, I'll paint the armor, oh, I'll paint this. It's like, cool. Here's like their left shoulder or like left like knee pad. Let's take some time and like do some extra detailing on there, or on the purity seals, or on like the back, like the. One of my favorite parts is like the edge of like the cloak, where he's got all of those bits of like mud scraping across, so it really like sells it. But then the cloak itself is like really like rich and deep in color, but then it has these like great pops of highlight, but also like nothing's like super bright for highlight. It's almost like they've highlighted like with ivory instead of like white, for example, and it's almost like these muted highlights, so it doesn't get like too bright. It gives it this really almost like smooth feeling to the model overall.
Yeah, and look at the Aquila. So it's like the two different colours in the middle.
I hadn't even spotted that. Yeah, there's so many details.
And also, one thing I want to point out is the base, right? It's got little wood like bits he's put into the bit as well. It's so good.
This is what I mean.
I love basing, and
it's
and it's so good.
This is what I mean.
So it actually looks like real. And I can imagine you've probably got little like, I don't even know. I use like coffee stirrups to do mine, like the mixers. And that looks like he's got it spot on to actually look like real planks of wood. Amazing. It's an amazing model, and I'm completing the base.
I'm going to take it away from you because, like I said, there's so many things to look at here. It's really
yeah.
Amazing.
Talk about it for ages. Yeah.
Exactly. So now, helpfully, the next section. There's a couple of instances where this has happened by accident, where people have submitted a faction and then somebody has submitted the same faction afterwards, but a different model, which is quite cool. So next up, we have a Black Templars Terminator Chaplain from King Auric.
Nice.
I believe it's Black Templar. I'm pretty certain he said it's Black Templars. And this is a classic right here.
Yeah.
Classic Terminator Chaplain.
Look at the helmet.
I haven't seen this model in ages.
That helmet is so clean.
Isn't
so
it?
well done. Yeah.
Very much so.
I also really like the base.
Literally just about to say that.
Just that right amount of kind of creeping lava underneath.
Yeah.
A very imposing Terminator.
Like, would it be outrageous for something to be standing on it?
Oh yeah, well it's Terminator Chaplain. It just shouts at the
Also
to leave
true.
it
Also
alone.
true. Yeah. He'd probably headbutt it with that perfect helmet he's got.
Aha! Bang! Get out of here, lava. No one has time for you. Nah, man, it's great. I really like this. Color choices are great.
Yeah.
It's lovely to see a classic
very,
miniature
dark.
as well.
Yeah, the scrolls, like the paper and stuff, is so well done and like toned really well.
Yeah.
And it's like some people would just do, because the colors are similar to the faceplate and the paper, but he's done it at 2 different tones, so it really kind of works. It doesn't look, like it's just the same color. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Indeed.
very much so.
Indeedy. We have another Black Templar from Nerd of the Sands Paints with a marshal.
Love it.
It's a marshal, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Oh yeah, it is a marshal. I know this.
It's what they call their captain.
Someone will correct us.
Now, when I looked at this the first time, I thought he was taking the piss with this cloak.
Yeah.
Sorry.
do you see what I mean? Like, look at it. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that is so
You
soft.
can see like the highlights in there, like building up with like the cream in there, and then, but it works so well.
Doesn't it just? And then you got
That cloak looks so nice that you can imagine if he got damaged in battle, he'd be fuming.
It looks like Egyptian cotton. Like
Yeah.
like
How
it's
dare
slip
you
under
ruin my perfect cape I spent so much money on?
It's so good, and I really love this shock of yellow bolt.
Yeah.
Just here.
Oh yeah, that's really well done.
Yeah, just like the different like pops of color.
Biltong Boob is telling you to hashtag pay for the wood.
I didn't steal them. You could buy them. I'm gonna find it now.
But no, man, this is really cool. Like I said, conveniently, Black Templar. But we have another Black Templar coming up very shortly. Well, not technically
Very
not
popular.
a Black Templar, but we'll get to it in a minute. But yeah, no, again, basing on point, miniature on point, the right amount of battle damage on the armor, the softness of the cape, and on that shoulder as well, like the chipping on the white. It's just oh man, it's exceptionally well executed.
There you go. Look.
Very nice.
Prove my point.
Rez really likes his coffee stirrers.
I like making wooden things on bases.
Next up, we have Forge Father Hestan, 18, with a Crimson Fists Bayard's Revenge.
Oh.
Great model, by the way.
Oh yeah. And doesn't it just make sense that it's Crimson Fists as Bayard's Revenge?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you know
Like
what
I
I
know
mean?
it's supposed to be Black Templar, but really, Crimson Fist is where it's at for killing orcs.
Exactly. It's always a pleasure to see this miniature. I have one. I need to paint it. Just don't have the time. But
I
yeah.
own neither of these armies. I still want to get this miniature.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so nice. I like the kind of shininess of the blue.
Yeah.
Really, really works for them. Because like
It gives night vibes, like nightly vibes.
Yeah. No, that's a really great way of putting it. It's very regal, chivalrous, some might say.
Murderous.
Chivalrous and murderous.
Chivalrous and murderous. 2 words that are very go very well together.
Often associated. Yeah, no, I really like it. And I love the choice to make it Crimson Fists. I really love it. And like,
I think it really works.
we've got the red of the fist up here. It's there and there as well. It's just like the attention to detail is just like spot on with this one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, I love it. Right, next up, the Grey Knights with
Ooh.
Brother Captain Stern from Chief
Yes.
Cynic.
Look at that
Yeah.
the decals on the tilting shield. Not decals, like the painting, because it's painted how it's painted. That's really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not decal. That's
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's like hand painted.
I meant decoration. There you go. Look at the decoration.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
it. Yes.
I really like the tone of blue you've gone for on the sword.
Mm.
You don't often see it that kind of aquamarine.
Yeah.
It's often quite a lot more it's closer to like ultramarine, but I really like that as a color for Grey Knight swords.
Yeah.
And he's a classic.
They're a little bit more sort of not quite otherworldly, but they're not like normal Space Marines, you know.
Yeah, well, they're like it's kind of powered by their magic, isn't it? Well, not magic. That's those people want to kill me. But you know, powered by
their Nemesis demon weapons, which are all psychic weapons. So
psychic. Yeah, that's what I meant. Psychic.
For a long time, they've all been.
You can tell I've not Warhammered in a while.
It's like having an entire army just of librarians.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I should know this. I've got an army of Grey Knights. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, you do it well. Also, I wanted to point out as well. It's very subtle, but you can see it. A lot of the like depth of the silver armor seems to be like tinted blue slightly, like they've like done like a blue wash over it. It's like definitely a way that some people do Grey Knights, and I love it when they do it because it just sometimes like silver can just be fairly flat and boring sometimes, but the extra sort of depth of the blue really brings it to life.
He was the first Grey Knight model I ever got. Avram Star.
Oh, really?
Yeah, many moons ago. He was metal. I still have it somewhere. I've broken it several times because I didn't glue it properly. So this is a real treat to see.
Well, at least it was metal though, so you can put it back together.
Yeah,
because some of the
metal models are quite hard to glue together.
Resin ones aren't so easy to put back together.
King Auric, thank you very much for becoming a member. That's very, very kind of you. Also, great work on your miniature. Next up, Papa Cass.
Oh, that's cool.
With a demon prince. Winged demon prince.
This is fantastic.
With the sword. I believe this is a 40k one? Yeah, because it's got the demon warp bolt.
Yeah, it's got the gun. That flesh
it's got, like, the shoulder pads
so
as well.
Real.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really does. Like,
it's almost creepy. It's like, it gives me the same kind of feeling as the Jakari model earlier.
Says... this is like a Slanesh demon almost like made real, like with the pink and like going into the almost naturalistic like skin tone.
Yeah,
really sells it, and it's really, really effective.
Yeah, no, it's great. You guys out there, you all know I love this new Demon Prince model. I mean, it looks like, you know, the recipe looks similar to mine, but I actually think yours looks better than mine does. Because it looks like proper stretched skin. Like it's great.
Yeah,
it almost looks like it's painful for the Demon Prince.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost that sort of like creepily realistic, kind of like falls into that area. You're like totally believable and totally sells it, but at the same time you can't help but like be a little creeped out by it.
Oh,
Are you circling there, Josh, because of the shading on it?
Yeah, well, just look at that armpit.
What an armpit!
Look at that armpit. My goodness me. This is what I mean. When I look at models, like I get drawn to the bits that people necessarily don't find interesting, but you look at them for the execution, and the armpit there just looks great. The bunched muscle.
Most of the time, that's because you've actually painted the model already, so you know the little bits that you focused and spent time on.
Yes. Oh man. Right. Next up, teeny tiny victories. Laura with Savage Beast Boss. Look at this.
So nice. There's so much detail in this.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes. And there's so much going on. Again, it's one of those models that when I got the picture, I was lost in it for a while. So like one of the things I was immediately drawn to, first and foremost, is the horns on the front. So see here and here, absolutely just look spot on. Like look textured without being textured. You see what I mean? So very, very excellent. I'm a huge fan of your crosshair that you've done.
Yeah, the eye on it is so cool.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's the first thing I saw.
Doing a little squig thing, so it makes sense.
It's absolutely spot on. The sort of scaled cloak down here, again, just the shading and the highlighting and all that, just the way the paint
so is it for these orcs, do they like kill things and take parts and add them to what they, wear. So
Yeah,
like,
they're basically like they hunt like the big stuff,
So
basically.
that
So
skirt
all the
could
monsters,
be
all the big vehicles.
It's the beast snaggers.
This is what they go after.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're more
Okay.
feral than their space orc cousins.
Oh, so okay, cool. Okay, yeah.
But they're often like, so you can never really truly get rid of the orc fungus once it's hit a planet. So it'll always, it's kind of like the Tyranids, right? There will always, even if you beat them, there'll always be one or two left over. So with the savage orcs or the beast snaggers, they're the same thing, right? So often they scavenge by fighting the biggest and hardest thing on the planet, which are often, like big saurian things or whatever.
Yeah, it kind of looks like almost a Seraphon cape when there's no Seraphon, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
saurians.
they found the biggest lizard they could and then tried to bring it down.
Just punched up a T-Rex and took its skin for a...
Basically.
Yeah.
She says the targeting squig nearly broke you. Well, I mean, you've crushed it. Like the slender brushwork on there is incredibly impressive. You should be really proud of it, because that's not an easy thing to do.
It's so cool. I couldn't do that on the streams.
It's like such fine work as well, because like often freehand is like, here is like a pattern that I'm going to do and then I'll fill in the pattern. But this is like, here is some very fine lines and then another fine line that intersects it and then another fine line around it. And if you like at any of those intersections, it could all go completely wrong and you have to redo the entire thing.
Oh yeah, I know all about that. And I have to do it first time on camera sometimes. But yeah, no, it's I love it. I love it. You've done a really spectacular job on it. Again, there's just so much going on here that you can get lost in the model. Like the model is,
and but they're all like separate. They don't like blend into each other. They're all like very distinct parts.
Yeah, the power claws, just bagging.
Yeah,
the metal on it, so good.
But I love how you've matched the model to the base.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Like, there's loads of detail on the base, on the model, and the base. There's loads of stuff going on there as well, but it all works. Like, it's so tastefully done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, it's great. Oh, it's absolutely cracking. I love it. But time waits for no man. We must move on. So next up, we have Bloodline 83 with Typhus.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
The Herald of Nurgle.
I mean, that looks sick, and I mean it. Actual sick.
Oh, yeah.
Sick in all the senses of the word.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
It's great.
The base, the model, the colours, it all just works. Yeah. And again, they got that flesh again.
Yep.
On the Nurglings.
It's very like sickly, almost like yellowish green on the armor, but then you've got this almost radioactive green on the base to like offset it. And then all these different like bits of like detail on the back of like the swarm that's like flying off the back. But there's it's not just like here is a swarm and it's like in like a color. There are so many little bits of color that all individually separated in that swarm of like insects and demonic things that are spewing forth from his armor, and it's just so like well placed. Every little bit of color.
Yeah, love that you've kept the destroyer hive on it, because so many people don't put it on, and it's always missing. When you don't put the destroyer hive on it, he can look a little bit slender, which is fine because it's his choice. He's been working out in the gym. But I just love. I love
eating less vomit,
Yeah. Just cutting out fibre.
Cutting the carbs.
Don't do that. That's a terrible thing to do. No carbs before Marbs. But no, it's great. One of my favourite parts of this is the putrid green here on the helmet. Because in the box art it's white.
Ah, I see.
Oh, I see.
The white helmets.
Yeah. I should know. I painted one.
That's very true.
But it's really good work. Bloodline 83. It's excellent. I really like it. Typhus, big fan. And we've also got a little bit of blood up here. Again, tastefully done. Excellent work.
Tastefully done. I also love on the back of the legs. They've like individually picked out and then like shaded all the little bits of silver like armor that crisscross over the top of like the armor plating.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
Really cool.
Next up, another Nurgle entry. We have a Lord of Plague.
Gotta love some Nurgle.
Oh wow.
From Nutshell, who was here earlier.
That flesh again.
It's that flesh
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, so good.
It's disgusting like flesh today.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what that says about the stream.
And this has captured that disgusting like flesh. It's
But also the verdigris
Yeah.
on the axe.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like, everything about this model is like corroding and like wasting away in the most Nurgly way possible.
Yeah,
Yeah, that bit of liquid seeping over the handle.
in the most pleasingly Nurgle way possible.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really good.
But then just a touch of verdigris on the helmet as well.
Yeah.
Just enough to sell it.
I always really like these kind of bright yellow boils. It's always my favourite part to do on the Nurgle models.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Always
little
love.
bits
I love
here.
to see. They look fantastic, but I also love the horns that like taper to that sort of like black point as well. That always looks really cool.
Yeah, 100%. Crushed it. I really want to get this model. I haven't done it myself. I want to get this one and Gutrot Spume as well. Anyway, less about me. More about our next entry, which is Kataro. He's got 2. We have a 2.
Oh, hello.
I do love this model.
We have a Neuro Tyrant.
Yet to paint it up myself or build it up myself, but it is such a cool model.
Some really good purple today.
We've seen a lot of really great purple. The purple you've got going on the side here, man, is just next level. I was looking at it for ages. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, it's like kind of like bright in the center, but then like at the edges, it's almost fades out into like a blackish.
Yeah,
it's
same
so
here
cool.
as well.
Yeah.
Just perfectly
Yeah.
executed. It's just really, really, really well done. The blend down here on the tentacles and on the
It's
end
just about
here.
to say.
It almost looks like
Yeah.
a Warhipster special, that one. Was it Kataro? Did you follow my video? That's how
Josh is in a position now where he can see anything good and be like, did you follow my video?
It's like, oh, it's too good. It must be mine.
It's your scheme. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, it's yours. Oh, Tara, you could have just lied.
Back us up here.
Oh man,
You
he's
should have
such
been like, no,
talented
it was the
painter.
richest scheme.
He's so good. He's such a talented painter. Came up with that all on his own. No, and I really like that because my red was a lot brighter on mine, but I really like it. Sorry, my lava was a lot darker on mine, but I really like it bright. I think that really works. I'm annoyed I didn't think of it.
See, Kataro, you need to teach Josh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really good.
You do need to teach.
How hard is it to get the blue inside the carapace?
What up here on the?
Yeah. Is it accessible? Is it?
It's pretty accessible. The hardest bit is round here on the back by that kind of sort of wormy bit
Okay.
where he's done the flesh.
Yeah.
That's the hardest bit to do. But this bit, the bit on the front's pretty easy. But it's pretty accessible. Is what I should say. He's got a... Oh, good lord. He got another one. The Rabble Rouser. From Braggett's Bottle Snatchers.
The Rabble Rouser. What a cool name for a model.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like flying squigs on the back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's back squigs.
Bat squigs.
Yeah. So this is the
Incredible.
new Harbingers model for the Gloomspike kits. It's a beautiful model, this one.
It really is.
It's so nice. It's a throwback to, so there's a model with a squig with a goblin trying to get out of its mouth. This is a goblin getting its revenge on a squig for...
Oh, okay.
Do you see what I mean?
It's living
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
its... Yeah, I know the model you're referencing as well.
Because it's a big squig's skull that's around it.
Yeah. And
I'm a
spine
big
by
fan
looks
of
of
it.
it as well.
I really like it. The model's got so much character. And again, the little back squigs are lovely. Kataro, you have nothing more to learn from me.
He called you Sensei. I hated
it. Well, it's past 9 o'clock. You can call me whatever you want now, Rich. Just keep it clean.
I've turned over a new leaf. It seems like I don't need to swear anymore.
You didn't even give me a 5 out of 10 earlier.
No. I was best behaviour.
Yes. Right, next up. A man arrives once again from season 1. We have the shaky painter with Azrael on a really cool little kind of diorama base.
Yeah.
Plinth base.
Yeah.
The background
To it as well.
It's nice, isn't it? Little galactic edge.
It adds a real mood.
It does. It does. I like as well. Like it kind of. It just. Oh, I've just changed my DPI on my mouse. Now it's really fast. I can't remember the button to turn it down. There. Oh no, it's gone worse.
Is it the middle button?
No. It's now set at 6400 DPI. Oh god. No, stop. There we go.
It's gonna be unbelievable COD if you get used to that.
Get my snap fires. Yes, here we go. Azrael. I love the Primaris upgrade for it. I love the base that you've put him on. Really, really works, especially with this kind of starry night background. It's almost reminiscent of a night upon Caliban itself.
Yeah, and all the colours just really work so well together. Like the way you've done the is it the tabard?
Yep. Or suppless, I believe.
The suppless, yeah. What a weird word that is.
I often, so in my videos, I either call it robes or pajamas.
Robes, that's it. Yeah, the pajamas are great, and then you've got the skirt.
Robe is like a good catch-all for now, at least.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be pajamas forever now. And the white really pops. Again, the white is different to the robes, really which makes it really work.
Yeah, and you've got that lovely.
Love that you've worked in his little follower as well onto the front of the base as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's hanging out down there, not forgotten. And I believe the model is like can either carry. I think it's like got the scabbard here, but if you go with the version without the helmet, then he would carry the helmet instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always carrying something.
Yeah. No, there's one or the other. You can choose. It's your choice. I like the helmet one. I did the helmetless one, but I really like the helmet one. It was a tough choice, and I wasn't going to magnetize it. I didn't have time. It's great work, Paul. Lovely to have you back on Tale of Many Warhipsters. Next up, we have Daniel Watts.
Oh, look at that sword.
That sword is gorgeous.
That's some. Are you gonna go, Josh? Did you follow your tutorial for the blade?
No, I don't think he did. Because I think that blade's better.
I've done the blade and I followed your tutorial, and it looks like to me it looks like that. That's really good.
I can't remember the name of this guy.
What, the Ulfrin?
It's Khan
the Betrayer?
No.
Well, they're Carls, aren't they?
Yeah.
Carl.
Something or
Carl.
other. What's the named one called? I'm gonna make me look it up.
Carl.
His name is Carl.
Isn't that what Liam says? Liam says, "Hey, Carl."
It is. God damn it.
Someone in the chat will correct us soon.
Yeah, they'll get there before I do.
Looks great though.
Leagues of Votan.
If it's something off one, or like that, similar to that, I'm gonna riot, Josh.
You're gonna riot.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think like the color choice is spot on. Base looks awesome. The red cape, expertly done. The sword, as you've pointed out, looks incredible.
And the gold is so all of it works really well together.
Yeah.
And I like his face, the color of his skin.
Uthar the Destined.
Oh, Uthar. That's close.
I got there in the end.
There we go.
Carl and Steve says Biltong Boo.
Cajole Pilkington. Someone for Carl Pilkington.
Pilkington.
I like that.
No, it's really, really good work, Dan. You should be very proud of this one.
Looks lovely.
Yeah.
I need to do my bikes for my Leagues of Votan. I really do. People keep asking me for it.
You just hate painting bikes.
I do.
That's all it is.
Bikes and cavalry. I hate it. But it's not up to me. Anyway, really excellent brushwork here. Again, I think you've got the tone of the armor absolutely spot on in your color palette.
Yeah, I really like that color.
It's great, isn't it? It's a hard one to do, the Leagues of Votan stuff. which is why I did
And
mine
again,
as
more
sponsored by EE.
I was going to say more naturalistic bases that look incredible as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, everyone's basing's on point, and I'm just like, Sterling Battlemine, Dry Brush it with the Titan Skull. There we go. That's all
Thing
good.
is, it
I always
works.
do the exact same thing with my basing, and everyone here is just showing me up with all their like amazing basing skills.
The shading in the cape is amazing, says Resonance. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. But now we must move on to Jack with Kurdos Valentian. More Nighthawk.
Here we go.
Look at that.
Another one where the vibrant colors really pop, but they're like vibrant, but also then like kind of dark, so it really sells that almost sinister nature of the model.
Alice was cross about this one as well.
I can imagine, yeah.
She's like, no one else can do Nighthawk. It's not fair.
And there's just like a touch of OSL underneath the model as well onto the base.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is such a cool model. There's so much arrogance in it.
Yeah.
It's
Oasis like waving the flag, playing some music. It's like it's proper screaming, "Look at me!"
Yep.
Yep.
Which is
Like,
odd
I
for a
will
ghost.
not get off my chair to fight you.
It's lovely. It's really lovely, Jack. And he said in his email that it's the best name in Warhammer. It's close. Kurdos Valentian. It's very good. It's very good. But you've executed it brilliantly. I love the blood red of the cape over the top, as opposed to like the normal black that you see.
And it like,
Deep red of the banner also works really well as well.
Yeah,
like the tone change in the cape.
yeah, and having like the clean, bright metals really works.
Yeah,
because it's so often with Nighthorn, it's like really weathered.
it adds to the spookiness, I think.
Yeah, makes it almost.
Yeah, there's something almost otherworldly about this model.
Oh yeah, otherworldly and arrogant. It's something.
Yeah.
I believe he has King in the name.
Yeah, I think so.
King Ghost, King Casper.
Mr. King Ghost.
The Craven King.
Oh,
I knew it.
that's a cool name.
He's really cool. The False Lord, Lady Olinder's accursed lieutenant or lieutenant, if you are going to say it properly.
Well done, Josh. I can see a glimpse of the next one, and I'm so excited.
I'm saving myself.
Let's go for the next one, because we once again return to the worlds of Middle Earth, only now it is an army worthy of Mordor. We have the Witch King of Angmar on Fell Beast.
I mean, just perfect, right?
Look at
the
those
wings.
The
wings.
flames of the swords.
Those wings. It's like I'm watching the movie.
It's better than mine.
God. So much texture in there as well.
When did you do yours, Josh?
I did mine I haven't done the Fell Beast. I mean, this one in this very. So Philip is showing me up, right?
Oh, I guess.
Because I did my- I
yeah,
did
he's
my
he's
witch
gone.
count.
I raise you a fell beast.
I see your Witch King, and I'm going to Fell Beast all over it.
Yeah.
In
Yeah,
excellent.
it's like the horse is nice and all, but you really need a fell beast.
No, he's absolutely nailed it. This model is so hard to do because it's like it's just. And I found this with my ring wraith with my Witch King is it's a black robe on a dark brown horse with black leather and silver, and the Fell Beast isn't much different except that there's less brown. Do you know what I mean?
But you replace it with grey,
Yeah.
which is like just as different shade of the same color, so it's even harder to do well.
Yeah, and then he's just got all that texture in there, all the veins on the wings, and the shock of pink in the tongue, but not like too like vibrantly pink to take away from the whole.
But you have to make
vibe.
sure you do that
Then
pink.
there's also like
and the
blending in there as
flames.
well.
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah. You have to make sure you do the pink and the flames perfectly because the model's so like dominated by one color. Your eye's drawn to it, and he smashed it.
He says no way and yes way. Actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so happy. We've got 3 MESBGs in here. Myself is one of them. It's alive and well. It's great. And that's another way to my heart. MESBG.
We'll have to do some in the future as well, because I've got
You
plenty of Lord of the Rings stuff to do as well.
Yes. Right. Next up, we have 26 more to go.
Whew.
We have Stu Perez. I hope I've said that right. With an Autarch.
Look at
Very
that
lovely.
banner and that cape again. So much.
Yeah. The
Lexan
different
on
colours that
these
like the
things,
pattern that they've got going on in the cape,
Yeah.
and the banner behind. Then again, another really bright sort of energy weapon style blade.
Yeah, the Jewel of the Blue is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's such a like eye-catching blue to sit alongside. Again, blue and green should never be seen, but there it
You
is.
put an accent on when you said that.
It should be nary. Is the word. That's the rhyme. That's why you say it
I
that
have
way.
heard it before. I don't.
Oh,
I don't
okay,
know.
okay.
I've heard that rhyme before.
You just
I
look
don't
at my
actually know
face
where it's
lost.
Come from.
I was like, you gonna say anything?
I was like, I don't know what you're saying.
But let's think of the Autarch, shall we? Because
Yeah.
man. Again, execution is
Stunning
on
work.
point. I really love the red armor as well. You look around here on
Yeah.
the shoulder.
That crest is it the crest, the helmet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It looks
The red and the white
class.
is such a classic scheme.
Yeah.
But then I really love the green, and that always like, and then the inside of being bone. But like the green cloak sells it as like this is someone who like goes on the battlefield and they're wearing something slightly stealthier. They've got their classic armor on, but they're gonna blend in a little bit, and they're coming for you.
Yeah, no. Oh, it's lovely stuff. I really like this Autarch model.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, really nice.
This is why one reason I don't like Taylor Many Warhipsters is I see what everyone else is doing. I'm like, I want to do it.
Yeah.
It's like I want to click
I
this
want
army and this
Every
army, and this
model.
army.
Because he's got another one, which
Yeah.
is this old Chaos Commissar. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
It comes from that set. It's from the Blackstone Fortress expansion kit.
That fist looks
Yeah.
violent.
Oh yeah, it's going to be used for violent purposes, Rick.
Crimson Fists at your heart out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the Crimson Fist would have something to say about that.
Or maybe that's where he got this fist from. He just stole it.
It has
Right
a real
now.
biker vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's
I
like
really
Mad
like
Max.
the kind of the kind of the scar around the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really done very well because it's just like stitched into the facial feature. You see what I mean?
And the blue really works for the rest
Yeah,
of the model
very
of the
much so.
trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
These lovely punchy reds next to the black
Yeah.
and green. I think
Yeah.
Stu is quite a talented painter of red.
Yes, yes.
It's such like a vibrant red as well.
Yeah, yeah. Just a proper like. It gets your blood pumping, doesn't it?
You've got the highlighting, the shading, the different tones of red all down.
Yeah, there's at least 3 different, like there's the red of the banner, well then there's also the red on like his clothing, the red of the fist, and then there's different red again in the ground.
Yeah, and it's like the scar.
The scar as well.
Yeah.
Masterclass in red.
Yeah.
Chewie says, thought the theme was characters. It's clearly cloaks, capes, and robes. Such amazing work. It's not wrong. But now we have no capes and no robes on our next one because we have Cameron with the Reaver Lieutenant
With more red.
with more red. We have more red.
More
The
red.
Reaver Lieutenant from Leviathan.
I do love this model.
In the colours of the best Legion, no less. The Blood Angels. I saw that shake of your head, Mr. Gwatkin.
It is.
I was like, well.
It is the best. He's got. Is that 2 knives?
Yeah, he has 2 knies.
Yeah.
I didn't
2
realise
knives, one of
that.
them like dripping with like Tyranid blood.
I like this model a lot more now. No, it's got 2 knives.
You're a sucker for 2 blades, aren't you?
2 blades.
It has 3 technically because there's one in the bug on the ground.
Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna paint it. This is really cool.
And then-
Again, the red really pops.
Yeah.
And just works
really
with the
like
rest of the
bright
stuff
red.
on the model.
And
Yeah.
when I did mine, I thought it was going to be really hard to do the purple and the red. and I spent ages kind of. It was almost this thing of like I knew I was going to have to paint this one, so I had to make the Leviathan scheme work on this one. And then I nearly changed the entire Leviathan scheme, but then I thought, no, that's silly. But no, you've absolutely crushed the purple and red. Because it's hard to do that, because again, they can blend together. But no, it's excellent.
Yeah, that Tyranid shoulder pad's really cool.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
I wish they did more like models like that with
some like proper tyrannic veterans, but
taking like bits from your fallen enemies and like trophies and stuff.
Hey, at this point, Reza, it sounds like you need to play some orcs, perhaps.
That sounds a little bit like you.
I've got too much stuff unpainted. That
Cameron says, if I didn't already have a Blood Angel army, this model would have been an Atlantean spear.
I think they've got a pretty cool scheme as well.
Yes, they do. I do love an Atlantean spear.
Yeah, Rich has a Blood Angels army, and then also has an Atlantean Spears army.
Yeah. I'm working on changing it over
between these two factions.
Yeah. Well, no, Atlantean Spears are a successor
of the Blood Angels, exactly.
Yeah.
That explains the crossover then.
Right, next up, we have Matt Hogan with an Infernal Master.
Oh wow, look at that.
And then Cameron slapping 20 gifted Warhipster memberships.
Oh, smashing it.
Us.
Like
double smash.
Hero.
Us, Cameron.
Absolute hero of the...
Matt's model has a real, like, interesting style.
Yeah,
it feels like...
all the colours are very defined and separated from each other. Which makes it really sort of, actually, funnily enough, easy to read the model.
Yeah.
Cameron, that's very kind of you. He's trying to re-gift as last week failed. Yeah, so last week he tried to give some memberships and then it didn't
okay.
Yeah, I remember that.
Which is why, and then a couple of other ones got refunded back because...
Alice is a member now.
Alice is a member now.
Hey, there you go.
She loves me.
But only with someone else's money. She loves you if she's paid.
That's very kind of you, Cameron. Thank you very much.
What a legend, Cameron.
43 more to get back to 400, guys. I'm just saying. How many likes we got in the stream?
I'll refresh it.
It says 65 on mine.
65. Can we get to 69 before we end? Probably.
60.
But yes, can we
get 4 more likes, please.
Back to Matt's Infernal Master. I really liked this model when it came out, and I think that you guys were saying the style here is excellent because you've got the muted colours and you've got the vibrancy on the Infernal Master rather than the other way around, because the way I did it was vibrant on the swoosh and the screamer and quite muted on him. But I love that juxtaposition the other way back.
You know what? It's almost a little bit retro colouring to me. Very sort of like bright blues. It's quite hard to get those very defined colours, especially on always like if you look in the headpiece, you've got like the yellow and then the blue and then the yellow and the blue again.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get those really defined and then not like spill over and accidentally get a bit into the other. So it's done a very good job
always
to
look
like
so hard
separate here.
Paint to me because there's so much going on.
Oh yeah,
you've got the flames, you've got the gold, you've got the green,
and you've got those two different golds going on.
Tones of gold,
Yeah.
And then you've got like yellow on the leg to add more like similar colours.
Yeah. Again, Thousand Suns, just one of those ones you could sit and stare at for ages because you'll always discover more details. But this is excellently.
Yeah, like the blending that on like the magic that's going on in the back. It's excellent.
Yeah, 100%. Next up, we have another trip to the Age of Sigmar. We have this guy whose name is just immediately, it's like Slaughterbrute, something like that. Let me just grab it up. But this is from Brandon B. From the Blades of Corn.
That's
another case of gore done well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the right amount.
The bloods of
like this is a bloody model, but it's not like too bloody, but it's bloody.
And Josh, it has a similar base to the one you liked earlier as well.
Yeah. Famously, the Gore Tide took part in many campaigns against the Hammers of Sigmar in Akshi.
Is that the hot place?
That's the realm of fire. It is a slaughter priest.
The realm of chili sauce.
Very well by the base.
The realm of hot ones. This camera. No.
Chicken.
I love the hot ones. That wasn't me mocking it. That just should.
No, I
a
genuinely think the host is the best interviewer on TV, internet, whatever.
Well,
he
he
asks such good questions.
Cheers.
Yeah. Actually puts in the time and the research.
Yeah, and he's bald. So.
But yes, love a slaughter priest. Big fan. Blades of Corn is one of the things that I want to get my Blades of Corn off the ground, and you have inspired me with your slaughter priest, Brandon, because it's such they are such classic AOS 1. It's weird that I'm sat here like AOS is only 10 years old right at this point. I'm like, oh, the good old days of AOS. It's just not that
10
old.
already, really.
Nearly, it's approaching that. We're going into AOS 4, right? So
it
AOS
feels
4,
like it was only maybe 5 years ago or something. But...
I think next July will be its 10th year. I think.
Oh wow!
There you go.
We shall find out. But yes, back from the days. He's also massive. I should just point out the slaughter priest, enormous.
Oh okay.
Yeah, he was great.
I mean, his quads look huge.
He was also a model in. I think it was game called Gore Chosen. It was a board game. It was a little arena thing where you had 4 characters of Khorne that you just fought with.
Played a game or two of that at the local club one evening, and it was so much fun. Honestly, you should actually go out and play some of those board games that GW produces, because they got really unique rules. You don't need to know anything about any of the other system.
Yeah,
you just play whatever's on the card, and you have a great time in this little arena game, trying to chop up stuff.
Yeah, it's back when they used to make them. So there was the Gore. I think it was called Gore Chosen. You also had Speed Freaks, and you also had Lost Patrol. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah, with their scouts, wasn't it?
Scouts and Gene Stealers. It wasn't fair. Yeah, no, excellent work here on the Slaughter Priest. And now we have Old Man Noz with the Necron Overlord, the first appearance of the Necrons.
Such a good name.
When you said Old Man Noz, I was like, is that the name of this model? Is that what he's just given him?
Well, so I was looking at it. I was like, which name do I put? Do I put the name that's on the email address or the name? It just said uploaded by Old Man Noz, and I was like, I'll go with that one because it looks like I've just described this Necron Lord as an Old Man Noz. But I'm
exactly what it's going for.
I really like silver Necrons, man. Like the old Zarakan is fine. It's just not as cool as the silver.
Yeah, but then the metal looks so good.
I need your guns, your boots, and your skin.
But it's
not just play it.
It's not just silver, because it's that slightly dirty down silver, and then there's also that bit of that muted gold in there as well. So there's detail in there. It's not just you spray painted it silver and called it a day. There's you spent time making it look like it belongs in its environment.
An excellent use of Tesseract Glow.
Yeah,
which is a hard paint to work with.
It's got the blend on the side, spot on.
Yeah.
It's this is the classic. There's I was saying before, there are some schemes that you see and you're nostalgic about them. This is a nostalgic Necron scheme.
We need one more light, guys. By the way.
Do we? Is that when we get the magic number?
Yeah.
That makes me say,
come on, one more.
No.
I can see that we've got now 69 on my page.
Nice.
Nice. Messy.
Nice. Next up.
It's a goal every stream just to get to that number.
Next up, we have Steve Looney with Kritza the Rat Prince. More Soul Black Grave Lords.
Cool.
Yeah, popular and for a reason.
Oh yeah.
It's haunting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, such the really pale flesh with then a slight glowing blue eyes as well. Really works nicely.
Is this the model a fencer?
Yeah.
Gives me real fencing kind of noble vibes, but in a haunting, terrifying way.
Yeah, all the different like vampire have like their different like thing that they've got about them, a different like thing to them, and like different speciality. So like all the characters are really well, all the models are really characterful, and this one is definitely no different.
Yeah, I want to get him. It's a really cool
It's a
model.
cool model.
I'm just, I'm doing Soulblight Gravelord, so I have the chance. Will I have a chance within this Tale of Many Warhipsters? Who knows? We'll find out.
To wait and see.
Yeah, no, it's excellently well executed, and you will be my Soulblight Gravelord's brother in arms through this season 2. Because there's only 2 of us, as far as I know, which is interesting.
To get some more.
They're top of the meta right now, so which is not why I picked them, but
You're doing an Adam.
Well, yeah. You've explained them multiple times that why you've gone for them and why they're now possible for you to.
No, because Josh is a power gamer. That's why.
Genuinely surprised me that Adam's submission wasn't Thousand Suns.
Well, are they the strongest at the moment?
Yeah, they're not the strongest, but they are very, very good.
Who is the strongest?
Last time I played him, he was playing Thousand Suns.
Ah, yeah.
So that's how you know they're doing well. Anyway, next up, we're getting there. We're nearly there, guys. We have Flying Muttley.
Oh wow! Look at that banner.
Nice.
With a Lord Relictor. In the colours of the Hallowed Knights, my favourite Storm host.
Is that the one with the guy who got
cool.
beaten up? Your favourite character?
He got a little bit more than beaten up. Quite.
What's his name? Guarded Steel Spoon.
No, he didn't get beaten up. He got.
Oh, okay.
He got the model that got ruined by everybody. By being.
Sorry,
turned into a space
it's been a
marine.
while. I had to take the bit.
Just put a jump back on it, it'll be fine.
Loris Grimm is who you're thinking of.
Oh yeah.
He's already
No,
come
I don't like taking the mick out of Loris Grimm, but Guarded Steel Spoon is fine.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You do whatever you want, mate. But here we have a lovely Hallowed Knights Lord Relictor. He was the coolest model in the AOS core box, the first one.
Oh,
First
okay.
one being called Age of Sigmar, Mighty Battles in an Age of Unending War, to give it its full title.
So that Age of Sigmar 1 then?
Age of Sigmar 1, yeah.
Oh wow, okay. This is a really good model considering it's like,
Yeah, it really holds up.
yeah.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Right? It's
The
proper
black
macabre
with the
as
silver
well.
and the red and the bone. That banner is like expertly done.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's also 100%
really nice.
like what they based a bunch of chaplains and things off of.
Yeah. You can tell.
Like the Blade Guard
very
Ancient
much so.
clearly takes a lot of inspiration from the Relictor.
Oh yeah, but this one came first though, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a lot.
I love the face. Is it a helmet?
It's a helmet. He has a skull helmet.
Yeah, that's
Very
really cool. The
nice.
white on that is really.
stands out.
Again, it's really haunting. Like if you saw that coming at you in a battlefield, you're like, I might turn the other way.
There's if this is Morbus, I think it's Morbus, the Knight Relictor, the Lord Relictor of the Hallowed Knights. He's able to call Sigmar's aid with but a single whisper. He's that holy. It's so cool. He'll just be like,
What is he like? He's like, Daddy.
yeah,
comes.
and then lightning just comes down and smites everyone. And a Lord Relictor, a Lord Relictor does some serious damage in Plague Garden, the book I tell everybody to read and nobody does. Read it now.
Yeah, I think you told me to read it.
Read it after the stream or tomorrow when you wake up. Anyway, Flying Muttley, excellent job. But we have another one here because we have this little guy, the Bad Moon Rising.
Yeah.
We have a Gloomspite Git, another one. This one I don't remember the name of.
He's very colourful and very cool.
Yeah, that mushroom's sick. Sorry, really good.
I think all three. I really like the
All the
little evil
toadstools.
one down here.
Oh yeah, the little face.
Yeah,
Yeah, little faith.
And then the
love
one on
the-
the one on the right is like
Awful
flexing.
tufts.
It's like, look at my biceps.
Yeah. And the one at the back has like these two eye stalks coming out of it.
Oh, okay, the eye stalk. I thought they were meant to be like biceps. Okay, flexing his arms.
I see them as eye stalks, but maybe they're arms and they're holding something.
That's
Who
the
knows?
thing about art.
It's a weird
People
mushroom.
see different things.
he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Do love like the neon tufts that go with it as well, though. They're like the
Yeah.
tufts you use in a very psychedelic sort of mushroom.
And it really works with the whole
space.
model. all the colours and.
Is it a loon boss?
And
I think it's a loon boss. Yeah, I can't remember.
The weapon, is it a sickle?
Yeah,
I say it's a sickle. I love the metal work on it because it's got all the right shading in the right part, and yeah, it looks again sharp.
Very much so.
Yeah, the armor's the same.
It's like almost like a. Yeah. It's a dark. I want to say like gunmetal armor, even though there aren't necessarily a lot of guns in this setting, but it's kind of like that sort of type of steel. It's like a very sort of dark, gritty
like
steel,
iron
which
the ironwork, that kind of thing.
Yeah, right. It looks heavy.
I love like you were saying, like the neon, the bright tufts, combined with the yellow helmet and the blue and red mushrooms and all of that. It's like it's a really interesting color palette that just all meshes and really works. Like there's a lot of kind of eye-catching detail here, but it all works as a whole. Yeah. Do you see what I mean?
The mask reminds me of a morph suit.
Of a morph suit.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It feels like it's
stretched over the face.
Yeah, it feels like really tight on him.
Yellow Man. Next up,
sorry, you just never know what's gonna come out of my mouth.
On from Yellow Man.
Next up, we once again return to Middle Earth, and we have Damrod, Madril, and Faramir from the Battle of Osgiliath box from Mark Parsons.
Very nice box. These are very nice minis.
These are cool models, great poses, and great paint jobs.
Yeah. These characters.
They've got all the subtle differences between the different colours of leather, because that's not always easy to do.
Yeah.
Because these models have they have their cloaks, which can be a variety of different colours, but then like what they're actually wearing underneath that can just be like, oh, here's a lot of leather. How do you distinguish and paint between that? And it's like, okay, choose this for this. And I love how they're all separated slightly out, so they are distinguished. And you can pick out the different colours in here.
Yeah. And he's got the stonework of Skiddia spot on, and the swords are really well done. I really like I don't know the character's name, the one on the left on
that's
the leather.
Damrod.
No, that's Madril. I believe that's Damrod.
It's the other way around.
Madril's Gamrod's that the guy on the left. Skirt, leather piece, looks like
left
it's been
Damrod, middle is Madril, I'm almost certain.
And the one on the right is Boromir.
I'm gonna look it up now. Talk amongst yourselves.
No, but yeah, it's like the leather on the left, as you're saying, Rich. It looks like it's been used in battle, like worn.
Yeah, very much so.
Really good. These models are just so awesome. And it was a really cool scene in the movie, wasn't it? That fight when they when they pulled up on the little rafts in the river.
Yeah, the barges.
Yeah, the barges. Rafts is doing them, it's not giving them justice.
Orcs coming to get ya.
Oh, Rugby Boy, is this your model? Models, I should say. Old Man is Mandrill.
See,
which sounds like a Pokemon.
Damrod, Madril, and Faramir. Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah.
Oh no, so I know what my confusion was. My confusion was that...
No, Josh, you got it wrong. You can't come back for this. No.
I did get it wrong. I admit that. My confusion is that the characters in the actual films, I always got the wrong way around.
Okay.
So the one that actually
we're not judging you, it's fine.
No, the one that actually has lines, the older guy.
He gets stabbed in the stomach,
that was Damrod for ages, it's not.
Well, yeah, so the thing is, I think Damrod is in the movies, but is very much like just in the background.
He has one line where he goes,
"Yeah,
that's cool." That's it.
And then, Madril is like the older guy who dies, but I don't think that Madril. I can't remember, but Madril might not have had model, or he had an older model, or something along those lines. Where Damrod was basically, I think, more used, or had a model first, or something like that. So you had him in Lord of the Rings, like the Middle Earth strategy battle game first, I think, or maybe Madril had something. But I remember Damrod being more of a thing in the model range, even though Madril was more of a thing in the movies.
Yes, I got it wrong, guys. All right. I've admitted that twice.
Josh knew. Josh, as soon as he heard me laugh, he knew why.
I know I got it wrong. I was wrong.
Great work, Mark. And also, I love that your name is Rugby Boy.
Yeah, no.
You've immediately gone up in my my tier.
They're my second favourites. Minas Tirith. Rohan's my first, then Minas Tirith.
Then who?
Then Sarah.
Sarah. Oh, look at you, your mum, you're getting all
We've
the
been
names
going a
wrong.
long time. I've had a long day. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Because it's Arrowman with the blue scribes.
Hey, here we
Oh
go.
wow, this is
Some
a very
blue
interesting
scribes.
model.
Fantastic.
I like the blue scribes. The blue scribes were super, in my opinion, they should have been super meta in 9th, and everyone told me I was wrong, but they were actually really, really, really good.
What do they do?
They've always had like the weirdest rules.
Oh yeah, no, they had really weird rules.
It's the
They
weirdest
basic-
model.
They basically, they used to always auto cast a power, and then if you ever cast the power near them, you roll the dice, and it might not go off, and you would lose that power for the rest of the game, and this, that, and the other, because they eat the
I
spell.
think there was an edition where they could like steal that spell and then cast it themselves in early
exactly.
editions.
Yeah, that was the thing, and that was also the
Obvious.
thing in AOS. So they had, you have interesting things where the blue scribes could steal, like Fist of Gork, which was just really funny. Foot of Gork, sorry. And it's just be like, yep, that's mine now. Smash, smash, smash. Which is great. Rugby Boy, thank you very much for becoming a member. Or I should say Mark.
Love the blue on this though. And
What
all
a
the
great
different
conversion
blues.
there.
What?
No one gets a joke, you know, because he's converted from a non-member to a member, and he's a rugby boy conversion.
Yeah.
I see. I get you. I'm on your wavelength.
Been a long day.
It's been a trying day.
Yeah. Oi.
But to get back to the blue scribes, they're wicked hard to do because there's so much blue going
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think you've done a really good job there, buddy. He was saying that he wasn't particularly happy with it, but I don't know why, because I think it's looked great, and it is a resin nightmare. This model, it's not a plastic
Oh wow. Okay.
one. It's
Yeah.
it's a fine cast job, I believe.
But you know how we were complimenting one of the early models for having all the different tones of red? You've got all the blues you could ever imagine in here. And then you've got purple as well.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, one,
They
two,
all stand
three,
out
four,
separate
five.
from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nothing here is blending, like, in a bad way. Nothing here is, like, kind of lost. All the detail is there, and you can see it.
Like
It's
you
vibrant.
picked out all the teeth as well.
And you've highlighted all
great.
like really well.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a really good job. And like, you make... Damn it, you've reminded me I want to get another one. Well, not another one. I need to get more demons. Demons forever. No, it's great.
All the demons.
I can see what Ed did there. You need to kick these rugby puns into touch.
Nice.
If we're not careful, Josh is going to put us in the sin bin. Ooh.
I'll spear you. Yes, no, it's great work, man. Like I said, everybody's doing fantastic work here. This is a kick-ass episode.
It's
Yeah.
a joy
Still not
to look
done.
at these.
It's
Oh,
still
wow.
not done.
So much.
Yeah,
So much.
but we're nearly there. Next up, we have the Mini Creative.
Holy
Yep.
Mars bars.
That's just... It's GWs, but better. How?
That's
How?
that's almost like it's been. I don't even know.
GWs, but better.
Yeah. Did you steal it?
He just like took it from GW and like, it's not good enough. I'm just gonna take this. Just thank me later.
I had to side by side it with the GW one.
Oh, yeah.
It's flawless. This is just
it's the
flawlessly
face.
executed.
It's the face. Look at the face. It's
It
like,
really is. All
There's
the
even not a
blending
lot of face
all
on the
different
model.
facets of the axe as well, the face, like
So good.
everything is just perfectly done. It's great.
He did say in his submission that the Ultramarines are like his favorite thing in the world. Like his proper
respect it.
main army, I believe. And it's just like, it's
his
like
main army. I would love to see. I'm gonna follow on Instagram because we've got an army of this kind of quality. It'd be
I'm not usually a fan of Ultramarines, but for this paint job, I'll forgive you because this is incredible.
went to Warhammer World and broke into the case, then touched it up. Yeah, this needs improvement. He's got another one, another Leviathan special.
Oh, do tell.
The Winged Tyrannid Prime.
Beautiful work.
It's the same thing again, right? It's just broke in and stole it from the heavy metal team. Just improved it in ways it needs to be improved. It's just
Funnily enough, now we're looking at it, like the side profile of the Tyrannid Prime very much reminds me of the new model coming out, like the really large one, the non-assimilator.
oh yeah.
It's kind of like a same kind of profile.
I wonder how many Norn assimilators we're gonna get when that comes out.
Oh yeah, on simulators, Norn emissaries, they are going to be popular.
Oh yeah. No, it's again brilliantly executed. The vibrancy of the skin is just it's that lovely softness that the
blend
has.
in the wings and
then like the wings like have they've got a blend one way with the membranes of the wings, and then the spines have a blend the other way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
And then all the details.
It's called a counter blend. Us elite us elite painters do all the time.
I was just going to say this is flawlessly executed. I don't know what you're talking about. No, just absolutely mind-bogglingly good stuff.
Yeah.
Here's that librarian again.
Oh, he's got an extra follow on Instagram just now from me. So
the thing like if you look at like the glowing hand, the glow is separated out by all like the joins in like the fingers and all the details on the hand. He's like painted like each glow like individually, like on all the different like separate bits.
Yeah. The mini creative, you sir have a talent. No, it's excellent work. Can't wait for the rest of the Leviathan box now.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Get it done.
It's like when Meg paints something, we're always like, Meg, behave.
I asked him yesterday if Meg was going to submit for month one, and Chris said, couple of weeks to paint one miniature flawlessly. Don't be stupid.
Yeah. Oh, I don't feel as bad now. Oh, she's doing Seraphon as well, isn't she?
I think so.
Oh, I should have submitted. That way would have been...
You would have been one of the only Seraphon.
Exactly. Next up, David McAndrew with the Great Unclean One.
Oh, that's very unclean.
And it's great.
Very great.
Look at the stomach with the intestines coming out.
Yeah, and the hero.
That is grim. Amazing.
Like, the skin tone itself, like it gives the impression of being one color, but there's so much variation that you've put into that in all the little pustules and bits, but also in the folds of the skin, the way you've done all the shading. It gives that impression of being one color, even though but it doesn't feel flat. Like it actually feels like vibrant, like a 3D model, like an actual like living thing. It's just really well done.
Yeah. This is such a fun model to paint. Like,
It really is.
It's just
so good.
And it's hard to get it like. It's hard to get like just look at all of it at once. And to get it all kind of all the details to just work, because there's so much like with the color palettes that are at your disposal for Nurgle, particularly with this kind of style of Nurgle, Great Unclean One. But to be able to deliver it as you've done, David, is just excellent work. Like you can see, like you've got the different colors going on around here on the tummy. You got the horrible guts spilling out, and then on the back you've got the kind of holes in the back of it coming out. You got the really cool red on his
brilliant red on the back
toilet
there.
roll
Really sort of like dark.
The little nurgling at the front is
well.
also just hilarious.
Yeah, the hero nurgling.
Yeah. he's like come at me. My dad's bigger than your dad.
He's also got the one being sat on down here.
Just being squashed.
Yeah.
I love it. No, again, massively well executed.
No, really well done, David. It's a really cool model. You can tell you enjoyed painting it.
Yeah. The joy is in the final work, right?
The joy is in the vomit.
Welcome to Nurgle.
Exactly. Right. Next up, Texas Wargaming.
Ooh.
With a Death Corps Marshal and a Castellan.
That Marshal is so
Very
cool. Yeah. And the Castellan is also really cool, but the Marshal's really cool.
Also, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, are those tank treads that are imprinted into the dirt on the Castellan's base?
Yes.
Oh,
that is
God.
very cool.
That's showing off.
Yeah. Like a tank has like rolled through here, and now he's just standing there.
And it's the right. It's not just like a generic tank tread. It's the right tank tread, because that's a Liber Russ tank tread right there.
Or a chimera.
I love that you know the
chimera.
difference between your tank treads.
I'm pretty sure it's... We're just going to examine. It could be... I mean, yeah, it's definitely a guard one.
Also, the text work up here on the Deathcore Marshal.
Yeah, spicy.
Yeah.
It's great.
And the plasma blue just goes so well with the rest of the model.
It's a real spot
Really,
colour, isn't
just
it?
like, bang!
Yeah. Funnily enough, you know how before we were talking about like contrasting colours? This, where he's got like the beige versus the bone, really works well as like those an example of a scheme that is very close, but is distinct enough that it still reads as different.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, couldn't agree more. And then of course as well the gold as well. Just there's a little shine in the middle.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right. Next up, we've got 9 more. I'm conscious.
9 more.
I'm conscious of time.
Getting there.
We've got... Just bring the energy for 9 more, guys.
The
Hello.
negotiator. Am I gonna have to get a little sound machine here which changes my voice?
Yeah, you're going to have to. You can just get... you 3 are all great impressions, including Adam. So you could just do the voices yourself.
The negotiator.
What was that? That was the first noise.
We have General
You need
Grievous.
a coughing one. A coughing one.
Yeah. We have General Grievous making his second appearance. This is a
See like
different
the
model.
transition
Yeah.
different effect that's going, or it's almost like the lightsabers like kind of pulsing with light.
That should help. We should be back up. Are we back up?
Yeah, I think so.
Are we back
Yeah,
up?
yeah. It looks like it's back to me. I'm
Yeah,
shaking my head back and
there we
forth, and I
go.
can see my head shaking back and forth.
There we go.
There we go.
Technical difficulties.
Guten Tag.
I've just tethered it to my phone, guys. My internet's playing up, that's why. Yes. General Grievous.
So, yes, this General Grievous has a lot of screen
Time.
He's had a lot of screen time. General Grievous.
Nice General Grievous to look at.
But,
so yeah, lovely model.
yeah. Thank you, Spaceman. I hope you've enjoyed the screen time where we weren't talking about it. We were being effusive with our praise.
You're very complimentary. I'm not sure if you heard it all, but we
Yes.
loved your model.
Particularly the eyes. Great job on the eyes.
Yes. I think they heard that bit.
Oh.
Well, you got it
What?
twice.
I saw the chat saying "uh-oh" when we said "pink it up."
Annoyingly, they didn't miss that bit then.
Next up, we have Zeke with a kill boss on Greater Nashtooth.
Oh wow, look at that.
Such a cool model.
That's got a lot going on.
Really does.
It gets very,
Good
very
way.
swampy.
Yeah, the base really captures that swamp vibe.
Yeah, this is a great model. We saw a couple of these towards sort of middle part of last tale. It's just a fantastic model. Again, massive. It's so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's the model looks like it belongs in that environment that it's been set in. Like the base like starts like that story, and the model then is like painted in such a way it's kind of a bit dark and moody. It has the pops of bright color in here and there, but overall it just like looks like it belongs in that environment.
Yeah.
It perfectly matches with the base.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
And like the subtle patterns on the back legs, the hind legs are so good. I love
The
it.
blends as well.
Yeah.
That was lovely work, Zeke. Lovely, lovely work. Big fan of the Crawl Boys. And yes, for those of you wondering, I will do the Sludge Raker boss eventually. Yeah,
Josh, you've had a little gift in the chat.
have I indeed? Vilka Era with the 5 gifted members. Thank you so much. That is very, very kind of you. Well, that put us on now 363. We're getting there.
Could someone donate 6 memberships,
Getting there.
please?
And the subscriber count's being funny. There we go.
Someone's just subscribing,
Just
unsubscribing
ticking up.
non-stop.
Subscribe, unsubscribe.
Just
Sticking
slowly clicking.
No, Zeke, you executed this one again perfectly. Great Gnash Tooth, real centerpiece for the Cruel Boys. Excellent work. I think it looks
I
fantastic.
think Mr. Boo kind of nailed it at the head. It looks real.
It does.
Like it looks like it's been like he's really just something's just walking through the swamp. Like it's
It's
really
the blend here on the back that's the hard part, and you've done it brilliantly. Well, there's lots of things on here that are the hard part, but that is yeah.
But you've done them all.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Nice.
Kitbash_con with a Death Marshal.
That is so cool. I didn't know you had a model like that.
I think
Was
that's
that
a Kitbash.
Kitbash?
Because that's
One
a
of the Forge World
Creed.
horses, maybe?
Yeah, so that's a Death Rider from Forge World, and then it's a Creed model, I think. I could be
with
wrong.
then a head swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. This is so
Could
cool.
be, yeah.
The spear in the ground,
Seems
the
familiar.
eye of the horse,
Eye of
the
the horse is
model.
great.
the marshal. Like the chest plate armor, it just fits the whole thing. It's so good.
Yeah, 100%. And also, you're saying, nice, Rez, that didn't go unnoticed. I heard what you said. Yes, if we could get 6 more members to take us to 360, nice. That would be great. But yes, no, brilliantly done, Kitbash. I think it looks great. It's very characterful. And, as mentioned many hours ago now, I love models at rest.
Yes,
It's my
You know,
favourite.
it's also like
that
it's
rest.
very sort of dark and almost like naturalistic scheme, but almost kind of grimdarkish. But then you just got that pop of color from the flower, always like a touch of hope.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Go on.
Why doesn't the horse have a tail?
Doesn't need one.
Poor horse.
Off.
It's a cat.
It's got...
It's a horse in a 41st millennium, Rich. It's not going to last very long.
The tail got shot off.
I think. It's
I don't know
actually-
why I
think
was
it's
staring
actually
at the
braided
horse's
down.
bum.
Why are you
Oh,
staring at us?
Yeah, it's been a long day.
It's been a long day.
It's got a good booty.
No, it's wonderfully executed. Very characterful. Love it.
Very nice.
Color palette's really cool as well. And as you say, that little pop of yellow is really cool. Next up, we have another librarian from Yamail Angmar. Here he is. The Terminator Librarian. This is really clearly a popular one because, oh man, it's great. The glow,
I mean, it's
fantastic.
a stunning model.
That is so
Yeah.
hard
On
to
all the little
do.
runes on the leg. So hard to do.
Yeah. And the
Really
action.
captured the glow
you can
really
put a
well.
shade in there pretty easily. Like you can make that darker, but to make it like a glowing blue, it's not easy to do.
Yeah. Yeah. There's another Dark Angel as well. I've just noticed. Green shoulder pad. I think it's a Dark Angel. You may
Oh,
correct
okay.
me if it's not.
Good spot.
And,
No, it's
custom
what's
chapter,
another
that's-
green? It's a salamander.
this could be salamanders. Could be one of the other green ones.
It could be anything green. It could just be his own chapter.
Fulminators, is that one of them? I can't remember. But yeah, no. It's such a...
Adam,
Dark Angel, yes. Okay, we've been corrected.
Dark.
Because I was trying to be funny.
No, man, you've done an excellent job on this. Like I said, it's really hard to get those runes looking glowy, and you've done it.
Yeah.
Like it's a. This was the first.
It
one I
really,
did out
it
of
really
five.
feels, like it has like that kind of radiating, vibrant, kind of pulsing feel.
Yeah.
Like you can kind of feel the pulse from the model. It's really...
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% agree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 5 more. Next
Home
up,
stretch.
yes, we have Adastrae EI. I've messed that up. I'm not going to try and pronounce it again. But we have more Nighthawk.
Adastrae.
Well, it's EI because it's 2 eyes.
Adastrae AI.
Yeah.
With this Qatari eye
Yeah.
pronunciation.
Yes.
I feel like
Anyway,
I'm drunk trying to say that.
we have this lovely guy. I'm not entirely sure what it is. Is it from Underworlds?
It's got to be. It's got to be a Nighthawk.
guessing it's
right?
probably-
Oh, it's a Nighthawk. No, I know that, but it's I can't
Oh.
remember what the actual model is called.
It looks
it's
like
very cool.
someone who has a set of keys to let people in and out of
We shall call him the Jailer.
the jailer.
It might actually be. No, it's not Crawlock the Jailer. That is a model.
Also, look at the
I knew
OSL
there
on
was
the
a model
candle.
called the Jailer.
I'm looking it up. Talk amongst yourselves.
The candle effect. The OSL on it. Outrageous. It's amazing.
What
I
is it?
love the candle has that subtle sort of OSL going across the red, which just kind of makes that a little bit sort of more orange, kind of yellowish glow across one side of the model.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Very cool.
So good.
But it's done very subtly as well. which
Yeah.
I really love.
It's even lightening the keys, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Object
I didn't
source
realize I had
lighting,
a
isn't it?
sword on him.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
but it's hard to do. Like, I'm still a little bit too scared to do any OSL just yet because it's just so notorious.
I am also scared of OSL.
Someone's saying it
Genuinely.
could be Curse City, Josh.
It's not from Curse City.
But you've painted all of Curse City. Yeah, I say
Yeah,
you
yeah.
painted all of
It's
it.
a Nighthawk.
You're like the one person who did it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's from I think it's from one of the Underworld's war bands. I can't remember which one though.
Yeah, I would assume so. 'Cause it's
Um,
got more of a sculpted base as well.
Mm.
It's the one with the Lady of the Thorns because there's thorns on the bottom. So I think it might be
oh,
one of those.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but like, you're right.
roses
Yeah,
and thorns
all of
on
the
the-
kind of OSL that's going on here. The color palette's really cool. The candle lighting the ghost is such a weirdly effective thing because it shouldn't,
Yeah.
but it does. it's really, really great. No.
Also, you don't see that many red of these ghosts as well.
No, you don't. That's
The Night
true.
Lords.
There is a Nighthawk
Always like
procession,
blues and greens.
which is like the blood something or other, where they are all red. The crimson something.
It's
or
from the Shade Spire Warbound, not the
That's
main
it.
person, but the leader of the ghostly minions.
other. Yeah. There you go.
Thanks, Mr. Mannerings.
There you go.
Sorry, Captain.
That's the one.
Give you
Well,
appropriate
speaking
rank.
of Captain Mannerings, he's up next. With
Oh,
this
hello.
gorgeousness.
Wow,
Look at that rainbow.
that's taken me on a journey.
Yeah, like you said, gorgeousness. And then on the book as well with all the tiny little script.
Has it awoken something
It's
in
incredible.
That is making
I
me
mean, I'm
feel
already a
like I
follower
have...
of chaos with one of my armies.
Wow, it's like
And then-
the colours blend so well into each other.
Mm.
Yeah. But then even like on the back, the little bit of magic, it's like yellow on the inside, then green on the outside.
yeah,
It's such a vibrant model.
your lighting on the crystals on the base is filthy.
Yeah.
Like,
Spotted that
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
well, look at that.
I was like, oh, man.
There's so much to this model.
Yeah, there's a Flux Master. Is that right? Have I got that right? I should know.
He's saying he's still in the phase of seeing all the issues.
Still
Mr. Captain Mannerings.
I don't
Take
see
a break.
any issues.
I will
Look at it for a
demote
couple of
you
days, come back
for
to
this.
it, and just appreciate it for what it is.
It's incredible. Like the base, it's like it's just awesomeness from bottom to top.
Rez just demoted
it's
you
the
to Lieutenant
pure, like-
Mannerings.
It's the vibrancy of the colors. Like it's a case of like I look at this and I go, surely those can't be just normal paints. Like you have to be getting some sort of special paint to get like that level of vibrancy to it because it just pops right off the screen. Really, it is just such life to it.
It is lovely. Like, again, big fan of demons over here. But I opened it and I was like, wow, because there's just so much loveliness to focus on, right? So you've got the flames at the top, the green and yellow, as well as that's echoed within the flames around the disc. You've got the wonderful vibrant pinks with the blues glowing in the hand and in the suckers on the fingers. The really, really lovely vibrant blue on the beak. The blue on the disc as well. Then you've got the awesome writing in the book. then it's just like it's a feast for the eyes. This model, the way you've painted it, is just wonderful.
Can't add any more to that. It's amazing.
Everyone's shocked into silence. No, you've crushed it, buddy.
Brilliant.
You've crushed
Brilliant
it.
use of colour.
The cloth has little stars as well. Oh yeah! Look at the little star. Captain Mannerings, you're now re-promoted.
Wait, I'm having to look it on. I'm having to look on my iPad. Holy. Yes. Wow.
You almost made Rez swear.
Yeah, you almost made me go
Holy
back against my
bum.
commitment to Josh. Holy bumhole.
He has a hole. He has...
Holy horse bumhole.
No, you've executed it brilliantly. 3 more left to go, guys. And we're going to start with Frothy Paints, who popped in earlier and had to pop out. We've got a Deathwing Lieutenant here. With a bit of conversion work going on there with the Primaris sword.
Yeah.
Primaris upgrade spruce sword.
Got another
there.
3 swords, Rez.
Yeah. No, it's 2 knives and a sword. He's upgraded.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
No, it's
That
great.
is very cool.
I also like the
Love the look on the
fritzing,
sword as well.
fritzing energy on the sword. I like.
Yeah, I was
really
gonna say,
it.
like it's like
Yep.
shimmering.
Yeah, that's great. It's really, really nice. Dark Angel's getting a really good showing tonight.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's something to do with Primarch.
I'm sure we are going to see several lions as we go through.
At some point,
As
yeah.
we go along, there's definitely going to be some more, yeah.
No, and I like as well, like you've gone for like a black carapace here on the
Yeah.
arm.
It
which
almost
really works.
looks like obsidian or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
very cool.
it's very, very nice.
And then that purple blood dripping down as well has such like depth, that color and like variation. It's really sells it.
Yeah, no, great work, great work. We have another Phobos Lieutenant from Adrian, and again,
Lovely work.
Oh, another black shoulder pad.
yeah,
Sorry, I've just stole Josh's.
no, keep going.
Well, is it a raptor? This one?
I think so.
Yeah, I love
I was going to
the
say that as well.
the pattern on his face.
Yeah,
Laura's
Yeah.
making me want to swear, so this is fucking great. I love it.
This is always a style that I wanted to paint in, where everything's like really dark, but there's variations of color that makes it very readable, and it feels like it's grim dark without having just being like washed with streaking grime or something. It's like it's purposely painted in this specific way where everything is kind of like muted down, but then it's
Yeah.
contrasted against that sort of almost vibrant base. Really sells it well. Like this is a guy that you know is going to like sneak in to wherever he wants to go, and he's going to stab that Tyrannid.
Is that
wherever he
blood on
wants.
the base? You think like Tyrannid? Ichor or
Not sure
something?
exactly. I see something almost like vibrant, almost like radioactive or something.
Like acidy
Um,
kind of thing.
Yeah, but it like that pop of color really works.
Yeah, it really works.
yeah,
It's got the leather down really well as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a really nicely
beautiful.
put together model, isn't it?
Great
Yeah,
work, Adrian.
Like, like when it's a sort of more muted naturalistic style, but kind of grimdark, and it's really, really, really lovely.
Yeah. Right, last one. Grum's Minis. With Catacross,
hello,
the
that's a
Mortar
big boy.
of the Necropolis. So, it's a great way to finish.
Very, very
Very
grand,
much so.
isn't it?
The Mortarch of the Necropolis himself. I love this model, as many people know, because it's just one of those wonderfully characterful models that Games Workshop made when it was going through its diorama phase, like the Triumph of St. Catherine, and things like that. This one
It is a diorama. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's just so much to look at on Catacross. He's accompanied by 4 attendants at the minimum.
The green is so like Again, spooky.
Yeah.
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 It's not a guy that you want to mess with.
Yeah, it's really cool. And like with the bones as well. Yeah.
Did you
It's almost
submit
like
something, Ed?
like a 40k Dr. Manhattan or something.
Ed's just said, "Oh no, mine didn't posted. Better luck next time." If you submitted something, Ed, have I missed you? Because I will go and find it. I'll put it on screen.
I love the way that the sand is kind of like falling down the stairs as well.
Oh,
There's, like,
yeah, that's a good
bit that's,
spot.
like, diagonal.
Yeah, it's a really cool detail.
Kind of like sent it, because otherwise sometimes they can just be like, here is a model that is on a base. This one feels like the bases and like that sort of step up is very much part of the base and part of the scene as well.
Yeah, I really loved like on the banner, the color used on that, with that kind of like the green.
Yeah.
A really nice color.
And then like all the different like bits of gold, and then that they're very like pure white bone as well.
Yeah, which really works because there's like different tones of bone on the attendants.
Yeah, it's like the main dude is his bone is not like any of the other ones.
Yeah,
It's
he's got nicer bones.
Yeah,
Where did you
puts him that little step above everyone else?
Where did you post it, Ed? Because I will go and find it now. Did you send it in the form? 28th of the 7th on Discord channel, if that helps. Right. Okay. Okay. The 28th of the 7th. Where are you? Ah, got you.
Please hold while we
One
play
moment.
with and sort this.
Hang on. Just need to add. Window capture. Actually cancel. Studio mode. Add.
Pops of corn. I need to not watch this on my phone next month.
Discord. There we go. I'm so sorry, Ed. I knew this was going to happen.
To be fair,
Okay.
you've had a lot of entries, so
Yeah.
don't be so hard on yourself, mate.
So here's Ed's. It's Korgus Cool. It's the Lord of Khorne. Which is really, really. It's the first time I'm seeing it. So here it is.
Is a very cool look going.
It's a very, very, very cool model. Again, like the themes have been here ever present, right? Of just flawlessly executed in terms of like the color choices and things. You've got really, really nice red armor there. Can we see your co-host again? You can in just a second, because it's all in Discord and they're in Discord, and I can't do both things at the same time.
Okay, hopefully you can still hear us.
Yeah, it's a really nice model because the red on it's really, really good.
Oh, in fact, if I
I
do
love
this
the red.
and go back to you.
Look at them. I love the way you've done the bones, the skulls. Sorry, not the bones.
We can then take this to. Oh God. Where are we?
We're all over now.
So if we go like this, pop that there. There we go. So you should be able to see it all now. And then we can just get rid of that one. Like that.
All the colours on this model really complement each other, like the way the axe, the silver, got the gold, the red, the pink of the flesh. It's really well done.
Yeah, and that like bluey green for the cloak, and I just love that there's so many like little tiny highlights everywhere on this model.
Yeah.
Which is just like the time and the care that you've taken to get this right, and then the gold and the red just work so well together.
And the corn symbols is perfect. It's like actually nailed, like spot on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more. I really like as well the tone you've gone for on the pink of the flesh.
Yeah.
It just really works as a color palette, man. Excellent work.
Great model, dude.
Really nicely done.
Right. That I hope is everybody. If I have missed anybody, I'm really sorry. I'll put you into the next one, and we'll catch up. But let's go back to this screen, because we are all done now. I hope. I think. I'm just trying to find the stream again, because I've lost it. Where the hell has it gone?
It's there somewhere.
Goodness gracious me.
It's funny because on our screen I just see your mouse moving around. Just frantically clicking away.
This is so hard on one screen. Should really be doing this on multiple screens. I literally can't find the stream anywhere.
Well, on your oh, what's happened?
I I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Hang on a minute. We'll be right back. 1 second. Okay,
Oh, you made me jump.
we should be back. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Should all be working now. Yes. Looks like it. I think I've got everything as well, which is nice. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to see.
We're back. Mother truckers.
Now, as you can see on your screen before us, what I'm going to ask you guys to do now is we've got like maybe 10 minutes left. We've been going for a while, but don't worry, the stream's nearly over, guys. Tale of Many Warhipsters, Season 2, Episode 1. What did you guys think?
Incredible. Blown away by just the sheer number of entries and the sheer quality of the entries, all the dedicated work that everyone's put in. Just blown away by it.
I echo the sentiment. It's amazing to see so much hobby. I definitely feel inspired.
Very
And
much so.
oaks and capes is very much a theme.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Lots of lovely Leviathan miniatures in there as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, again, like, we thought last year was good. This year's going to be even better.
Yes.
I think.
This month is anything go by, yeah, 100%.
So what you guys might have noticed on the screen is a little random number generator, which I am going to in a minute, because everybody, I think, has done what they needed to do to unlock winning a potential miniature from me. So in a minute I'm going to generate a number, but before we do that, Mr. Gwatkin, could you please tell us what was your favourite?
Oh, that's such a hard one. Does it have to be just one?
No, you can have like a top 3.
Okay, I think I do have a top 3. In no particular order, the Marrowscroll conversion was incredible by Valkyr Eerie. The Terminator Captain by an average painter whose username is absolutely not accurate. And then the Terminator Librarian from the Mini Creative, who looks like they stole it from GW and then improved on it. Those would be my top 3, I think.
A strong top 3. Rich, Mr. Smith, your favourite?
I don't know if I.
Or do you want a top 3 as well?
Phil Kurt. No, I'll just do one. Phil Kurt, converted, Terminator, as a Librarian was outrageous. I mean, there's so many good entries. But that was particularly my favourite. I really liked the work done on it, the paint job and the way it was sculpted. And obviously there are dragons in there, some dinosaurs, loads of people with loads of multiple swords. So I could go on forever, but yeah.
Very hard to narrow it down.
It's like the Eurovision when you can't remember what by the end. Yeah, then we have seen a lot of entries, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've been taking notes on the side, and
Moldova's entry
there's
was
a lot
great.
more than 3. Let's put it this way: I've managed to narrow it down to 3, but there's a lot more than 3 that I've taken notes on. Believe me.
The horse with no tail.
Yeah.
Like a storybook or something.
Yeah. All great stuff. What we might do next month is I might start the stream a bit earlier, so that we're not going to 11:30, which is what we are currently.
Yeah, gonna be tired. It's be fun explaining this at work tomorrow. Why are you so tired, Richard? Well,
I was having the best time ever. That's what. So, for those of you who don't know, the August deadline, it's in the description below, and there is a new Google form link in the description of this video, which I will also drop into Discord if you want to submit via the Google form. That's probably the best way to do it, or by email. That way I don't miss anyone. Again, Ed, I'm really sorry that I missed you off. I'll get you in properly. I'll make sure to get you in properly in the next one with the same thing, so we can gush over it. And if I've missed anyone else, I'm really, really sorry. As you can see, we've had a lot of entries. But For those of you who don't know, oh good lord, it's underneath you two. There we go. The underneath you as well, Rich. The next deadline is August the 31st. One Battleline / troops unit, but of course it could be anything that you want if you don't want to do a Battleline / troops unit. And you can submit via the realwarhipster@gmail.com, members / Patreon's Discord server, or follow the Google form link below. One of those three things will absolutely work, and I will make sure that I don't forget anything next time. And finally, the only thing left to do is probably tell you my favourites. All of you were my favourites. But Dan Buster, man, Dan Buster wins because he did Archaon and Karazai the Scarred. But he doesn't necessarily win. Yeah, he doesn't necessarily win his next thing. So I'm just going to generate a random number now, and everybody has a number between 1 and 58 because that's how many people submitted. So I'm going to generate a random number now. 51. So that means that Zeke Thompson, the winner, he painted our Greater Gnashtooth. So Zeke,
very nice.
I will send you an email, or you can message me directly. Let me know what troops / battle line unit
well done,
you
Zeke.
want. And I will buy it and I will send it off to you. I'll send over a few more email screenshots next month. Yeah, Zeke, do let me know. And again, I'll shoot.
Congrats.
If you're watching this after the fact, or if indeed you are in the chat already. But yeah,
we're done.
Tale of Many Warhipsters, Season 2, Episode 1, in the bag. How's that
Smashed
feel?
it.
I'm pretty.
Great.
That's pretty cool. So we will be back at a time. Well, I'll be back streaming next week in a non-Tale of Many Warhipsters capacity. But the next stream will be the 6th of September. But the deadline is the 31st of August. So, yes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you're all as enthused as I am to keep going. Season 2, man. Love it. Rez, Mr. Gwotkin,
Epic.
any final thoughts? Any final words?
It's been a pleasure.
Better get started on my battle line.
Better get started on your battle line. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. We'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Should be.